snow. There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time, yes, the most wonderful time, oh, the most wonderful time of the a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to
Now we're live. Hello everyone. This is surprising. Welcome to FTAU 68. If I remember correctly, it is 68. And surprisingly, you're going to be seeing two people. The people you mostly already know about that should be swapped because it's not a walking topic far enough. It should be two other people of the Ace Animal Crossing Kid and Joy. So how are you, Asian Kid?
Doing well, doing well. Starting up the stream, or yeah, here while the stream's starting up, I suppose. Ready to see the matches ahead. First map is Tower Control on Mako with Grass Touchers Anonymous versus Admare.
It's crazy that the name of Grass Touch Anonymous for the Admire is going to be like that. So, yeah, what we're going to be having for our first map, more or less, is going to be investigative setting, by the way. We're going to be seeing for game 1, obviously, TC on Mako. That's kind of cool. And again, it's not like Tom, it's going to be hilarious, but we're going to be going straight to the game, actually, because the game's already ready.
Right.
Yeah. So, we're going to be seeing in the alpha, that's going to be, funny enough, Admire. It's going to be in the alpha. And we're going to be seeing in the Bravo team as well, we're going to be seeing about a third team. Look at that. There we go. Now everything's fine. So LFP is going to be Admire. Yes, we are going to be seeing swap the colors.
Yep. We've got a brush. We've got just early score on mission mid, big swig. Unusual pick, but it's interesting to see what it'll do. Early skirmish in mid, cooler already out, but an instant down on the big swig. V-shot, I think, rushing forward. In splash, getting that crucial plat paint. As Grass Touchers Anonymous starts there. Oh no, did you swap the colors back?
Yeah, so
alright, awesome. Yes, yeah. Admire gets that first push.
Yeah, that's going to be huge for actually for the side of Admire. As you can see for the rest of the team like Anarchy and all the tries coming out as well, that's going to be the first sharper going to the side of actually Adamir. That 54% is going to be going all the way for them for sure.
The tower, as the tower goes back toward the mid, we see probably Grass Touchers Anonymous. I think the colors are correct, right?
Colors are correct, yes. If you want
Okay. We see Grass Touchers Anonymous taking back much of the mid paint as some super jumps out from Admir and some respawns signal their next upcoming push. But Grass Touchers Anonymous are not letting their hold go with some strikes.
Yeah.
However, 2 down on their side will lead to a potentially good situation for Admir.
Because it's a good situation indeed. As we're going to be seeing for the side of Grass Touchers United, we see them in a 3 battle situation actually. We're going to be seeing that's MP battling Miku, but actually that's going to be them being alive. And we're going to see so much control on the stat, but we're seeing Splats right here. On the bush, they're going to be battling for the tower, but still 2 down on the side of Admir. This might be the time that they actually come in for the side of Grass Touchers.
And we see Splats in the back line, just now caught, but definitely grabbed some attention. And enough for Grass Touchers Anonymous to get some strikes off and to reclaim that paint control. They now have pretty good access to tower, with this Zuko attempting to fend them off. But overall, it's going to be a tough battle it's going to need some quick picks to grab if they hope to reclaim this tower.
As we're going to see in minor for the side of Grass Touchers, they are going to be actually passing the tower, and we can again get shout out Splats, because they are actually going to be taking it off and getting almost a kill on solid, but no, because of the range latency that we saw for both sides, we're seeing actually Splats going in and getting Ginny instead, and also solid is going down as well. The score is so close though to actually sweeping over to Grass Touchers, but because of them not getting the tower all the way, that's still going to be going to Admir.
Yep, and it seems as soon as Grass Touchers Anonymous managed to get it to that little place under the ledge, Admir is just able to strike him down with respawning weapons and specials and suction bombs and all the like. Suctions being very helpful on tower control because of just how easily they clear tower. And the tower just seems to keep staying in the middle here. We're going to see a lot of neutral play and subs just leading out into these specials. And now, hopefully, Grass Touchers Anonymous will be able to make their next push, though Admir still keep that ledge that they've been guarding so heavily.
Yeah, this sniper light is going to be the main point for everyone, as we see for Grass Touchers United, because we see Miku trying to snipe up Jinny, who has the special up, and that didn't get the special up as well, but Adby as well as being on top. If you don't want the splash down to come in effect to save themselves on the tower, that's what you're trying to aim for. As we've seen the zap going down on the side of Admir, we've seen the buzz going down on Grass Touchers United. That's a trade-off. Adby, as he's buzzing up, getting a pick off Cater, and that's going to be a push ahead on the side of Admir with the rest of the team trying to find the tower. If they hit the 50 mark, even touch the checkpoint, they do win.
We see, however, this back and forth that we've seen so far in the match with these strikes coming back and claiming so much paint in mid. This really is a battle of paint with the way these specials are balanced. However, Grass Touchers Anonymous are able to knock Admir off the tower, just at least for now, as the tower resets to the middle yet again.
Yep, that's the point. Tower control gets resetting all the way to the middle and come back in. And we're going to be seeing 2 specials coming in for Grass Touchers. Actually, that's going to be a GG specials actually firing up. I'm going to be seeing from Miku, and we're going to be seeing as well from Arjun from PSU firing up. College team, they are going to be actually trying to go in and just play defense. That 8 seconds left without the spots as well being on the rush. They're still going to just bomb standing on the back. Arjun trying to go for 1v1. With 2 seconds left and with only 1 player left on Admir, that's going to be the victory going to the side of, surprisingly, Grass Touchers.
That important push with that consistent hold, keeping the pressure on that ledge, definitely majorly helped with the game win, as they were able to just eke out a lead over Admir.
Yeah, and we're going to be seeing in these replays of the whole set, we're going to be seeing that we see that Admir actually has full coverage for most of the match first, but in the end, like sooner or later, we're going to be seeing more of Grass Touchers Anonymous, as we're seeing at the start, getting so much control afterwards. Look at this, like Miku doing this try to help the Grass Touchers go up and basically try to ledge farm on the whole time, but bombs from the side of Admir is going to be having the main issue for them, because we see Admir able to push up for a little bit, but again, in the score gap of 54 to 88, we saw Admir have so much control, but because of some situation like this, with the bomb, like you said, AC Kid, we see that Gratitude to Anonymous is able to punch up all the way and get the lead.
Indeed, yeah. As much as they tried, as many times as they managed to swat them off from that plat, and as many times as tower reset to neutral, that 59 to 51 push really decided the game. As Admir was just not able to get the tower back fast enough. But that is only game 1 of 3.
Yeah, that is only game 1 of 3. And with that being only game 1 of 3, we're gonna be moving on to game 2 of 3. And that is gonna be Hagfish Market on zones. Oh yeah, by the way, anyone for like Winter Warriors and also Christmas Warriors, we are going to be having the Christmas album Soko on. So if you have something funny about that, don't question about it. But yeah, how do you think about Hagfish on zones as we're gonna be waiting for the 2 teams to come in?
I think no matter where in Splatoon's lifespan you look, this map is on these map lists, and Hagglefish, and for a good reason. Hagglefish Zones is just such an even map, in my opinion, where both sides are just able to get to that little foothold at the start, especially at the beginning. That foothold, just with the large, weird little unpaintable buildings on either side, that make it easy to just put that constant pressure on the zone. So it's really about who can get past the zone into the other team's area first, and how well they can hold that.
As we're going to be actually going ahead and talking about zones as well, bombs. Bombs would be really great here. Truly, it is. Yep, and with that, we're going to be going into game 2 actually immediately now. Oh yeah, and also funny enough, all grasses should have the same tag, so that's kind of really good for them. So that's great. As we're going to be seeing on the side of orange and blue, we are going to be seeing that. Right here, look at that.
I believe very similar comps, if not the same, but instead of that big swig that we saw last round, we're seeing an undercover Brilla this round with its famed Ink Mine Reef Slider. Although it does seem to be getting some good paint down on zone, and this Reef Slider could help us take that aforementioned crucial space just past zone. However, it's caught at the end lag, and many people get taken out by Zuka as Grass Touchers Anonymous take. Oh, it's really back and forth.
Very back and forth indeed. And we're going to be seeing Ati in the lead for Anabi on the side of Admir. They're going to be punching up ahead. We're going to be seeing Crab as well on the side of Jenny. Again, before we were able to see that Crab damage to get skilled. But look at that double AC Kid. Because that actually gives Grass Toucher Anonymous a lot of post coverage. And as you see, most of the map, and even the Crab, even if Arcton tried to jump to him from underneath, Death's control is going to be going to the side of Grass Toucher Anonymous, not United. Indeed,
as Grass Touchers Anonymous claims this court area, I think that's what I call out, court area of Admir's map, this consistent pressure that we keep seeing from them is really going to shine through as they just refuse to let Admir get too far forward and onto the objective.
As we're going to see the bus win 1, that bus is going to be getting traded up, but actually going to be going to the side of Admir taking the victory because I can't actually go behind them, which is great. I'm going to be singing for right now. Again, that splashdown is all we're going to be carrying for right now, but Cater, we're going to be waiting for them to get a kill on Abby. That's going to be a solid trade up, but unfortunately because the zone is going to be uncapped, it's going to be basically a battle of the zone right now to see who gets it and who gets the victory right there, because if they, oh nope, there it is, Admir gets it, and that's the day we are waiting for. But now we're going to be seeing from the side of Grass Toucher Anonymous trying the best to do something to get away the penalty, but with 2 down, you might see seeing Admir get more of the zone coverage and maybe get off the penalty as well.
Indeed. You may notice a lot of Grass Touchers Anonymous weapons aren't really famous for their paint, so in just team-on-team battles of zone capping like that, they might have some struggles. So they're really going to have to push for taking picks and managing to get their, well, one, that Reef Slider, and picks and trying to just get real control of that enemy side. Although Admir didn't exactly paint over that, so it may be not it may be a pretty simple control to regain, as most of the team's taken out.
Yep.
However, we do have this little V-shot hiding here for a potential kill, and as it pops up from behind, gets one, gets two, goes triple, gets it. Only the brush is left alive, and it just paves a great path for Admir to get back onto the zone.
But here's the fight, and the bunch is coming from behind as well, trying to get a trade of revenge on them. But look at that, because the bunch trades again, unfortunately for Splash not getting the kill that he wanted, they're getting stuck in corner again solid. But because of that distraction as well, Arctian from PSG Blue on the side of got his own back with the rest of the team as well. We are going to be seeing the crab as well, trying from Genie to get this up, but bunch of the team down on the side of Admir. It's going to be a little bit of an issue for them.
It is indeed, however, the hold and pressure we mentioned before really prevents that crowd from getting much paint at all onto the zone, having to focus more on the players. And as time ticks down on the penalty for Grass Touchers Anonymous, Admir really has to do something in these last few seconds to get past that fully painted court and that even just the zone overall. However, they do get a bit of a break ahead as they manage to get most of the zone. However, it's just not quite enough. With all of that pressure and a reach slider from Grass Touchers Anonymous, they take another game.
And that another game is going to be crucial because we are going to be seeing, remember, a playoff reset, but that second point is still good because that gives them a set victory. But we are going to be seeing now dependable if they get the 3-way sweep.
Indeed. As many times as Admir tried to... Yeah, for a quick replay, as many times as Admir tried to get that zone back, they could only do it for so long before despite questionable paint on Grass Touchers Anonymous, still managed to just completely control it, go past it, and just keep Admir on that ledge like we saw in the Mako Tower game last round.
But soon enough, we're all going to be going on to game 3. But for right now, as we're going to be seeing in the ends of the replays, actually, we are going to be seeing more or less the 18 mark on the side of Grass Touchers, mostly seeing them how they play it all the way through, but also this triple. We have to mention the triple before we move on, because this is when the team for Admir was able to swap all the way through. But look at that first and then look at the bomb. That was an offset bomb, and that helped the team for Admir to go all the way in. As we're going to be moving on again, now we're going to be moving on to map number 3.
It is indeed Scorched Gorge Clams for our third map. Now, Scorched Gorge is a bit of a linear map, as you have to climb that large grate if you want to go around the left side. So a lot of it's going to be really dedicated to that clam economy in mid. And just controlling that space. Now, with the space and a steep plat, it looks like it. Well, yeah, with space and a steep plat, all of what we've seen Grass Touchers Anonymous succeed with in these recent rounds seems to be there. But the question is, will they be able to go for that clean 3-0, or will I'm so bad with names. Will their opponents manage to just eke one out?
Bam! Clam Blitz on Scorched Gorge. We're going to be seeing pink and blue. Well, obviously teal and blue, actually. Teal and pink, actually. We're going to see, again, your Grass Touchers Synonymous on the pink side. And on the blue side, we are going to be seeing Admir.
And leave it up to PSU Arcton to just consistently pick that pick that no one's expecting to see, this time with the silver arrow spray. Although I am definitely willing to let it cook given the previous rounds. Already we see the brush positioning, trying to shark as that aforementioned arrow spray goes up and takes that crucial space. With that early slider on such an important part of the map, it's possible that they just pull their clamps together for a very early power clam and points right out the gate.
I'm going to be seeing that now as well. They're going to be trying to figure out what the heck that if you see for Grass Touchers Synonymous, look at that. Look how many clamps they have, 13. With that first push in, that's going to be a solid push down all the way positive 60 point. With that 60 push, That's going to be a synonymous push as they do go and take a good lead. As we're going to see from the side of Admir, they took a lot to pick up again as well. But unfortunately, it goes down first to 77 and gave actually Admir a free ball. And because they have a free ball now, that could be possibly the lead right there.
It could indeed, but first they'll have to break this tight grip on mid given by this heavy edit Splatling, just keeping a lot of the team at bay as they just don't really have much to contest it with their overly short range. Actually, which side? Yeah, just not much to contest that heavy edit's control as Grass Touchers Anonymous already seems to be setting up for yet another push. However, that crucial Reef Slider's taken down, and Admir seems to be taking back control of mid with... Yeah,
they're going to try to take control of mid indeed. With that Splatoon actually getting his splash, that's going to be really good. We can see, oh, that was so close to the side. Oh, Scratcher should not to get the defense off, but we're going to be seeing now Admir actually coming back in and getting the first goal, and we're going to be seeing Jenny on this bad side actually going in and being able to actually get all the way and getting the victory lead. Well, in 3 minutes remaining at least, to the side of Admir, and there's even more clouds coming in soon as well.
indeed. As mentioned before, their comp tends to lead to some rough fights when it's just team versus team on the objective. And as opposed to that one very quick opening from Grass Touchers Anonymous, this Admir opening really lasted a while before Grass Touchers Anonymous finally got them off of the objective and back into mid. And now it's just a control for mid again to see who can build up the next bunch of power clams to make the next score into the enemy goal.
Yeah, but here's the thing, ASC kid. You forgot one thing that was on Betcam. We saw one of the players for Admir actually pass the clams over to the person nearby the clam basket itself. That is purely strategy right there and purely actual like the way that you should play clam plants. And with that way, that gave them the score down to 44. But now we're going to be seeing at least the pressure on the side of Grass Touchers Anonymous again, trying to go all the way in. But with the stamina we're having right now, this might be an issue again for the side of your team actually, because look at the pain control is equal.
Indeed, that equal paint can prove a challenge for the very control-heavy comp. But this heavy edit is in its environment. Got the cooler down, got the specials out. It's really looking up, and they've got the attention split with that brush at the side. However, a splashdown is going to be a quick way to get all of that plat paint off. So, just to buy them some more time to possibly deflect this Grass Touchers Anonymous push.
We're going to be waiting for 55 seconds to remain now. 2 balls being running on the side of Grass Touchers Anonymous. And also we're going to see here, Jenny for the splat. Jenny actually got the skill, but while Splat's going to be able to have the whole thing come into it. But also that was a corner job most likely from one of the other members of Admir. And also, I don't know, I think that was Cherry to be time. Funny enough. But we're going to see with the Triton coming out on this side of Grass Touchers Anonymous, trying to be the Triton at least. No speed coming out either on either side. This is basically, again, the stalemate. If this stalemate goes into basically 2 down the side of Grass Touchers Anonymous, that's going to be an issue and that's going to be Admir's whip. But if it's all the way around, it might be the time for Grass Touchers Anonymous to get the 3-0. This is going to be the good start right there.
With 3 down on the side of Admir, it's looking like they'll be able to get those clams in. 2 of them just sitting at the floor of the basket. Unless Admir can really get something going with his pity, it might be rough. However, that basket's still open for far too long, and it'll just be a while until the enemy basket drops. If Grass Touchers Anonymous can maintain control of this mid area, they're going to they're going to do well. However, with that splashdown and this Inzap duo, Inzap V-Shot duo trying to go to the enemy side was shut down, and it's going to lead to another, even through overtime, win for Grass Touchers Anonymous.
It's a good win for Grass Touchers Anonymous for sure. That last second honestly was really a scary moment for them, because they could have actually lost right there because of so much hold they had to do. But again, going to the replays as we're going to be having enough time, we are going to be seeing the sheer difference of Grassroots being so aggro, but also the passing clan that we saw for Envy as well in this set. And it's possibly a smart move for them, but unfortunately, in the ending clutch, that was the main thing that we worried about and we saw, and that's what you like to see in clan blitz.
Indeed. It was quite the back and forth with an incredible ray of hope coming in with Admir's very powerful push halfway through the game. With those clams right on screen, as you mentioned, being passed up from underneath. It just, with that, whittling that down to 44 could have been what they needed. However, Grasshunters Anonymous just managed to push through their hold and managed to get in one last push with this excess of power clams just right under the basket.
Yeah, that double take. That's what we got to see. We got to see the three on the side of Grassroots Anonymous, and they will be moving on really goodly, actually, to the next round, because they're going to be in the group stage of 1-0 victory now. So, with that, most likely we are going to be going to a break because we are going to be setting up immediately to next round, because remember, we are playing in the group stages, so their other team is already ready. So we will be right back as we set up for that. Right, AAC kid?
Indeed.
Okay, then yeah, we'll be right back and see you in a bit. Hello everyone, welcome back to round 2 of FTIU number 68. See, I just noticed we're one number by 69.
Yeah, no, we really are.
well, we could have been funny, we could have been goofy, but unfortunately we can't be goofy. So, we're going to be seeing, again, Starboard vs Calamity. 2 different teams, round 2 scenario, but map-wise, what are we going to be seeing though? And that map first is going to be, obviously, Splatoon World War 1.
Blazon's Ramen, tried and true map, that mid, just direct route into mid, zone, route to their spawn, and that underneath passage, with those low down side areas that are very helpful, for any sort of extra plans or anything. But that... yeah. Listen, that's all. When I see Splatoon's Ramen, I go, all right. We have the part where the game's actually played, and the part where I go if I can't hold forward.
The main thing that I think about it for Splatoon Global Ramen, is Beef Slider. Smile.
Ooh,
That-
very small zone is very easily capped by Reef Slider. No like weird strange mid block or not as noticeable one as many other maps have. Meaning that if you just have a Reef Slider in your comp, you can really just get back into the action very quickly, pave a path for your team to go in. And as the match starts, we'll see if that's the case for either of our teams here.
Oh yeah, indeed. As we're gonna be see again, we're gonna see in. Oh wow, look at that! We're gonna be seeing in the
Lightless.
teal. That's gonna be Starboard, and we're seeing in the pink. That's gonna be Calamity. One thing to note as well. Yeah. Wait, did you just say kneecap and Doolies?
Yeah.
Yeah, kneecap.
You have Doolies on the same team.
Yeah, that's crazy. Indeed, because look at that. That's super close combat for the side of Starboard, but for Calamity. Shout out to Junior. Junior's peak. Junior's peak in this update.
Yeah, underrated weapon. Love that weapon.
Oh yeah.
Such a small open top path of this, is this as well. That bubbler could really get some really great usage when used correctly. However, it seems for its opening pick, that early crab is just going to really demand control out of here, and that pencil over looking over that small side path is going to keep that covered. So just so many bases covered. A strong hold on zone is practically guaranteed as early picks come out on both sides. However, Starboard is one down lower than Calamity right now as they take the zone.
Yeah, that big thing zone, and also 3 down as well on the side of Starboard. It's gonna be huge. And we're gonna see for the Calamity, they're gonna be pushing up all the way, and because it's Robo Bombing, you know AC kid, that it's just gonna be more or less a pushover. Unless we see something like Starboard doing what they're doing right now, that's gonna be the try that's coming up. But LG again being the top aggro, trying to put to aggro, but no, Shade's actually gonna be owning it up, and with the bubble as well. This could be the time they come back with pain.
Indeed, that bubble gives them a great foothold, and those early picks from that, yeah, those, not early picks, just picks in general, from the members that charge forward, does definitely give them an avenue where they can try to get their green paint back on the zone. However, this Calamity bubble, along with this cooler, is really just going to solve both of those problems and make it so that it's going to be much harder for Starboard to reclaim this. This pencil's trying their best over here, but it may be difficult.
Yeah, but talk about difficulty, as you're going to see Algae again underneath the rest of the team. Trying to go first take, but possibly not fall the way because we're going to see the rest of the side. As you see Algae get the first kill off, that's going to be huge. And we're going to be seeing for the rest of the team of Calamity, that is going to be that first trade, and that's going to be a trade-off actually against Bumblebee as well. As you don't hear a door close soon enough, we're going to be seeing the rest of the team as Starboard as they're coming in all the way, and that's going to be a battle against Zone.
It will be indeed, but Starboard manages to get the zone, at least for now, but 2 of their members go down, which lead to a very free zone cap for Calamity as they approach back toward that spot that we saw at the start of the game, as most ramen zones games seem to go. But with a full 4v4 here, we'll get to see a clash of specials and strategies for Starboard to retake the zone. However, the battle's not over yet, as Starboard goes 3 down with this hammer and other picks, and this Zuko extending it,
Yeah.
making a
Yeah, the Zuka extending it, but LG getting that double, but also wait a second. That was Shades getting a double with the decaf swipe, and that's a huge play right there. As you can see, with 25 seconds remaining, or 25 seconds remaining actually on this side. Out of Calamity, we're going to see that was Violet actually getting killed up by Violet, but also getting killed up by the crab by Total. That it's just a shocker action right there anyways. But we're going to see right now, again, Zone being halved off one side to another. Total right here trying to battle against LJ, but LJ actually does not know. And they know, actually with 14 seconds remaining now, that's going to be more or less the lead and the victory for Calamity.
Yep, and as LJ comes down from this lower plat, although they may not need to, as Calamity's already gotten up, the timer's ticked down, and that is a win.
And that win for Calamity is a solid start and a solid footnote for everyone to see on your stream right now. That Calamity is a force to be reckoned with, as we see so much aggro on them, and also the algae sneaks. They were really good.
Indeed, that LJ sneak just sometimes undetected managed to pick off a few key members that were keeping that zone painted, meaning that Calamity could just really get it back and cap it and just keep that timer ticking down, which is very important in zones, especially Ramen, where you have just such a linear top path to fight on. Yep. And just it really was a back and forth, but it was just all about who could keep onto that zone for as long as they could. A lot of very decisive pushes from Calamity, just covering the map with pink. A couple attempts at a retake with bubbles and other specials gaining a foothold for Starboard. However, Calamity just managed to keep on coming back. With honestly their own versions of the like, with their own bubble, their own Zuka, and just constant paint.
Yeah, I think with all that, you are correct, and we're going to be seeing that Calamity is going to get that first point win. But now we're going to be moving on to round 2, and that game number 2, Pala Capital on Clamblets.
Crab Leg Clams is a map. I'll be real, my most memorable memory of this map is the very long overtime. I was going through live on stream.
What?
A couple of months back.
Explain.
So hypothetically, we're just beefing in mid for the whole game. 5 minutes pass, and we're in that situation.
Wait, did you stall for 8 minutes?
Not the full 8 minutes. Thank goodness. Not the full 8 minutes, but but that overtime, just like the 5 minutes the actual match ran out, and we just had to get something. We managed to, I think, just get one of our team members in to throw one single clam to finally end it.
Well, that's good that you got one single clam to end and you got the win there. But for these two teams, again, from what we saw before previously, what do you think we can get out of them for the next round?
I definitely see, remembering team names.
Oh, you remember team names? Well, here are the team names. So,
I definitely remember Calamity's aggro could be potentially good for getting past that mid choke, that just middle point of the map to really get all the clams they can, get up into the enemy basket, and also LJ's Wiper, if it comes back, or just that general playstyle, managing to get into those little crevices on the sides, and really tearing up teams from behind.
Tear team from behind, definitely for sure. We might see that again, we might not, but most likely we are going to be seeing it again, and we're going to be going to the round, and we're going to be seeing the white colors now. That's going to be the green side, that's going to be Calamity. Running off the comp that he won before, and on the pink side we've seen Starboard running off the comp they had before as well. No difference, but mostly just aggro paint.
And aggro paint is with the greats above, aggro paint's very helpful, as you can really just be right in the action while still laying down plenty of paint. However, there we see LJ immediately 6 clams on the basket, sprinting forward, getting hammered, getting that clam in, just causing panic for Starboard as they manage to get their a couple of clams in. However, it's only the one big clam, and now it's a pretty even game as they both have pretty even portions of mid.
Oh, that's a good kill as well. Getting a huge pick on pitch. That's gonna be no. Wait, you just saw the AC kill, wait.
Ruby is 2 kills out here.
Yeah, the funny 2 kills out here. We're gonna be seeing it right now. With that, we're gonna see a push from Calamity. Hopefully, they only have only like. Oh, nope, there we go. That's one we actually showing a Biosaur, and that's gonna be the most clam collector. But now LG once again be the most collector, getting a single kill, maybe getting a double kill to enough with the person who's getting the ball. That's a clip. Wait a second, that was a clip from the great. And we see LG going up in further, getting almost a third one. But that is honestly a push going on the side of Calamity, but unfortunately without clams, that is not gonna be a solid push for the side of them because they don't have even a push at all.
It may not be a solid push, but that still kept Starboard on their toes, on their plat for a solid amount of time. So it's very possible that, yeah, as we can see, Calamity has built up enough clams to match Starboard's just like clam count. So they're both just equally possible to be able to get that push that they need. However, the paint just keeps getting painted over and over, very even in the middle of the map. When one person dashes forward and gets it all green, another person just immediately retaliates pink again, and it's really hard for either team to get the push they need to get into the enemy team base, but Calamity seems to be doing well. But as I say that, as I've been saying, it's just painted back over with the pink. Crab comes out, just right, bar shots across mid. But this hammer, this LJ hammer that we've all come to know, going in, and possibly meaning another push, and it is.
Yeah, again, that whole stalemate during the whole time, everyone just being backwards, everyone trying to kill back and forth, but because LJ, always the main star player, wait, Feel trying to go in, trying to sneak in, someone else trying to sneak in as well, and trying to get the ball in and trying to get more score, but unfortunately, because we decide that's actually a big wipeout on the side of Starboard because they got the whole team hype. They can get the Pity Clam and go over here, 2 down the time side of Calamity's pack ticket, and I'll just go ahead, but first, they need to get Pikachu, which they are focusing on right now. We're going to be seeing the Zuka, and we're going to be seeing also Spots coming ready, that's the fly first, and now Shade's going to be second, trying to find out for LG who's on the ball actually. And since they're going to be on the ball and trying to be defended great, that's what they're trying to figure out. And Shade's actually going to be getting... Oh, that's not actually on the side of Calamity because of the rest of the team on the side of Starboard, and with that, they just need Clams to push up.
And clams they have as they begin to pull them on the ramp up. It's really just up to this Junior and this and LJ the Viper to hold them off. But the V-Shot makes a dash for it. Gets deflected by a bomb, but that ramp is still painted. With the help of whatever weapon was up there, on this grate, they may be able to. However, just one too many picks, and it looks like it's going to start resetting back to that middle of the map state that we saw earlier in the game.
Yeah, unfortunately, AC commented the curse of the pencil, but he shot them out and got them out and got them to kill, but it doesn't really matter right now because we're going to see solid defense from the side of Starboard because they're trying to better with the count with Tobal. Shades as well and Bumble, the spot on the left side, getting a double actually on the left side. That's going to be a solid push with White getting all the clams, and that's going to be a solid 5 clams right there, and with also with the help of the splashes clams as well. That should be a full clam. I'm gonna be seeing actually Tobal going all the way in.
Yep, Tobal with that clam, that splashdown on the top. They're planning to go in. They seem to be planning to go in through this grates as 3 members of Calamity are down pretty consistently. A new one spawns, another one dies, and they managed to open that clam basket again. A couple of extra clams in, a jump with another clam, a successful one at that. They take the lead. Calamity's struggling to get him off their plat. With 3 down on Starboard, 3 down on them both. It seems that time is wrapping up, and it's gone into overtime. Calamity is going to need to get a clam past this bunched up defense. Oh no, Starboard is going to need to get a clam past. Am I reading? Hold on, I think I'm.
Calamity is actually needed on the back seat right now, trying to get a clam, but we see Bilo right here on the left side. They get a kill, but unfortunately, they didn't get the push in. And because they didn't get the push in, that's going to be 1-1. And we are going to be going to a game 3 setting.
And game 3 setting we'll be going to. With trading back and forth, managing Starboard managing to push past, get those really meaty clam pushes, whereas Calamity's tended to be a little shorter with just 1 or 2 sustained on, just 1 or 2 clams put in sustained on LJ's quick push. However, Starboard's late push especially was just, they were there for a while. They managed to get a lot of clams in, and that is just what set the difference. Even though there was an even amount of pushes, even amount of fighting in mid, that difference in just the size of the pushes really was the deciding factor for this match.
Yeah, indeed. But also, we gotta see in the clips again that LJ hammer, the LJ clip from the hammer from the top of the grade, but also all these pushes as well from Calamity. They were just doing super well. As you're gonna see in the stop fest as well, mostly this hammer again from LJ, helping the perch going down to 42. As we'll see, this is going to be the last replay we're going to see, as we're going to be going into game 3 actually, and that next game 3 is going to be really interesting, as we're going to be seeing a certain map of
Back Rainmaker with its increased verticality could really be. I'm struggling to remember comps, but just thinking of the one wiper that keeps appearing on my screen, could just be a paradise for ledge attacks and general sneaking around due to the humps obscuring some parts from some views. And with the Rainmaker path, I.
they're going to try to go the right path. I'm being so weird.
True.
I'm going to try to be so weird when you're acing it, but you are
I'm
forgetting.
struggling out here.
But honestly, like the Viper, if that we see from LJ, that's a person we're going to be looking at, trying to go with the decent mindset. But Tobal and Shades actually, because Shades was playing the decap as well, they're going to be trying to play together to counter him on LJ. But who knows what LJ might play, because it's taking a long time. Milo plays Junior. That's one thing to remember is on. They have an edit on the side
Awesome.
of Calamity, if I remember correctly. Bumblebee has a pencil. So, in this setting, Philly, we are going to be seeing mostly a battle aggro in a sense that you didn't hear a door close, but the door close is going to be doing to one of these teams if they get the victory, because if they win this, that is going to be mostly a 2-to-1 setting, or a 1-to-1 setting. And in the group G stats, actually, if you want to know something about that, Starboard right now is 1-1, Calamity is 1-1. So one of these are going to be knocked out of gold bracket potential.
And as this game 3, this decisive game 3 begins, we see Wellstring on one team, which is a bit of, honestly, pick I didn't expect to see coming out, although it seems to be a replacement for Pencil in this situation where sightlines might be a bit limited. And I believe a mostly similar comp for the rest of it.
As we're going to be seeing Ati as well on the yellow side, we're going to be seeing, as you mentioned, Bumblebee that switched from the pencil. Honestly, the Wellstring has been going up and up ever since the help of Shiny and the bunch of the team of the Stringer gang. They're going to be trying their best to actually help it super well, because they know in these stream matters factor or how much damage they have, they could be super annoying. But with the first push coming up on this side from Calamity, we've seen the bunch of the team from Zorba going to push back, and we're going to be seeing that Calamity is going to get the first push.
This first push could be very helpful, as they've also got this area up here painted, but we're seeing Wellstring specialty, the same, just that consistent damage right where they want it, as well as a crab from the side of Starboard might be able to stop this push in its tracks, although they are going to have to clear out this corner with this Carbon. But as I say that, the Carbon just swims away, ready to regroup with their team.
Gotta be with the team indeed. I'm going to be seeing that Starboard is going to be picking up the push again. LJ on the hammer, off to go and give one. Not getting the other one though, but that's going to be a whole wipe up, because in the corner of our eye, we saw the Zuka and we saw Finch actually get a solid kill right there. But as we say, that's why is going to get a solid kill off there as well on the Zuka kill straight up. And that is going to be that's gonna be a Rainmaker barrier kill from Lai again, and that Carbon is gonna be getting off of the river, as we're gonna be seeing right now on the humps, the left hump to be exact. We're gonna be seeing Starboard trying their best to escape.
And as Bumblebee on the left side of our screen goes forward, usually Wellstring now carrying the Rainmaker, chased down by the Hammer, just really can't paint that last little bit to get up this wall, losing the Rainmaker. They're gonna have to reclaim this. LJ falls off the platform, so they're gonna have to loop around if they want it. But we have the Carbon here challenging these three, did not get the pick. And just this Rainmaker in such an awkward spot. But it resets mid, and so do the players as they just begin to magnetize toward it.
Yeah, we saw for Calamity that we saw again. OG trying to go with the Rainmaker with the help of, I think it was Yellow, trying to pick it up as well, but the main thing is they know that was Arkansas, so they decide to decline it and just let it reset while the rest of the team was on board. But playing with the space, I think they were playing with the space, they were trying their best to just survive at the same time too, just to not let them be killed automatically by a bomb. But we saw again, we down on either side on the Rainmaker shot. So as we're going to be seeing from right now, with 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining, Calamity is still in the lead, and that's again another Rainmaker barrier kill.
It is indeed. LJ down by the Rainmaker, grabs it, tries to make a quick dash, just mainly resetting the shield here. Although Starboard's intense paint control might be a big avenue into them getting this first checkpoint, and it is with the Zuko for cover fire. Starboard claims their first checkpoint and gets 3 of Calamity's members down. This should make it a great way to get through this path here, and a great lead take, although they go 3 down.
That's moving as it gets up to 25. As we're going to see Tomo being the last one alive, actually, on the dualies, actually, surprisingly. We're going to be seeing them try their best to try to go for any kill, but unfortunately, that spacing, they're going to leave Velo on the left side. LJ on top side, actually trying to go for right, but they have a Wilder sword, but no, that's going to be a solid. More or less a bait catch, honestly. But that's going to be a Wilder sword, and trying to go on the right on the left side as well, trying to get Tomo, and that's going to be kill for them as well. The Zuka on the side of Wilder sword is ready in 1 minute remaining, trying to punch him on the right side. That's mostly what's going to happen, but the left side is always still open. If everyone wants to play Mitsuki, that's what Calamity wants to do right now. If they want to go for that right, they can. I think Village tried to do that, but unfortunately they dropped, and because they dropped, they can't really go left side anymore.
Yep, Rainmaker here in mid, just kind of trying to shoot around, looking for that open path toward down that lane in the last 40 seconds. However, just the Zuka on the bend that you just have to go through on this map means that the Zap now gets control of Rainmaker. However, to both skirmishers on top of the Rainmaker leads to a quick kill, and it's just a fight for the Rainmaker to on Starboard's side to make sure Calamity doesn't get further, and for Calamity just to get those last few points that they need to win the game in these last crucial seconds.
Yeah, these last crucial seconds because basically gonna be picking up Rainmaker, but look at the bombs coming in as well. There is a seek from LG coming in from the left side, but again, is there enough time? Because why is that gonna be killing up? That is enough time. As we're gonna see again from the LG team trying to go in from Bumblebee, that get Bumblebee, and that's gonna be the Western team coming up with the hammer coming up as well. And that jumps, that's gonna be leaving with Calamity with the last second clutch being able to win the set.
Indeed. Quite the last second clutch. That hammer really just painting the path, them being able to keep the enemies off of that Rainmaker for long enough. It was really just a matter of buying time for the Rainmaker to hold, just to go forward for that last little stretch of land, as the point difference wasn't too great, and it was really just that small open area. But we saw just Starboard kept trying to prevent it dropping down over and over again in those last couple of seconds. But Calamity would not fall, and especially that last hammer from LJ just managed to make that opening that Calamity needed to get those last points.
Make that opening to get the final punch is really the main thing, but again, it's still in the middle of the set. Well, it's still in the middle of the game in a replay setting that we see the Starboard's push, and basically the opportunity they had to really go all the way with that triple and triple really just stopping them off. But as we're going to be going later in the replays, we're going to be seeing again the second push was already getting the victory right there, but we're going to be seeing again in the last final seconds, we are going to be seeing the Calamity clutch at the end as well. Yeah, we have a lot of replays, so don't worry.
We do have a lot of replay. But right around here's where it began. This Rainmaker holding mid, trying to find that opening, quickly led to that. Quickly led to them getting the Rainmaker lodged in here, which was really the main key, as they managed to take it back and succeed getting past. I would also like to point out, in each and every one of those Rainmaker clips, LJ is out there hammering just all the time. That hammer is possibly just so many hammers, incredible hammers.
Yeah, honestly, too many hammers. It's almost a hammer fanboy, honestly, because that, honestly, I can say, for all the clips, basically, that was replayed on this set, was basically just LJ. We would definitely just showing the hammer fandom and how strong hammer could be. But again, that is going to be your round 2 finished, and we are going to be moving on to round 3 coming up soon. By soon, like 2 minutes. So we will be right back in a solid 2 minutes as we're going to be setting up the set. Right?
Be right back. Yep.
Oh, hello there. Welcome to round 3.
Yep, round 3, Angel Link versus Driving with Influence.
Okay, no, the reason why see, check, and that's the reason why I'm laughing. But yeah, no, Driving into versus Angel Link. Yeah, we're saying that that's it. uh, yeah. Well, anyways, we're gonna go to map 1. And what's that map 1? AC kid, what is it?
Is our good old friend Inkblot Art Academy Tower Control. Just very, very present in a lot of tournaments. Honestly, I never figured out why, but it does feel pretty good to play.
It does feel really good to play because we are gonna be basically going into a map setting that is gonna be just playing it close to each other. It's gonna be staying to a point and then coming back in. And all that stuff. And all that stuff. So, you know. Basically, one tower, go checkpoint, get into the choke point, and then go back in and then continue. More or less.
Indeed, indeed. I'm really racking my brains for the last time I played Inkblot Tower Control. Trying to remember what the main things were. But we jump into the game. There's no time for that. These players are sure to demonstrate it. Ooh. Look at the comps.
Demonstration indeed, as we're going to see in comps, driving and influence, we're going to be seeing IMAD, who is actually streaming right now, fellow commentator as well, Lumen, Kai, and Shades. We're going to be seeing Shaded actually going up with edit, as we're going to be seeing for the side of Angel Inc. We are going to be seeing the decap, the carbon roller, and a plastic away. That's a CRB to kind of, what? This is a long range comp war.
These are some fun comps, with the rare bucket deco on driving with influence, and that very commonly used CRB with the Kraken for the tower, and just general blaster on tower control being very strong. And as I'm talking, they're just absolutely going through Angel Link, just keeping them down, managing to really take this back control, back control, just absolutely instantly, already at 25 points remaining, about to go into the final checkpoint. But with these camped jumps and 2 down, they may be able to just get a bit of a foothold to get back into mid.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing Angel Link trying to take the photo, try to go back in mid, but we're going to be seeing this absolutely insanity of driving if we're going up all the way to 25 with these, again, non-conventional picks, like you said. We see movement with the actually the dip catcher on the logic, getting a solid kill right there, actually. What we're going to see in the last year with the crack on the side of Angel Link that actually has to sub of Linda, and actually, well, I think. But we're going to be seeing them coming up, trying to battle against one against Kai, actually. I think we're going to figure out if the blast is going to be winning. That's going to be the time for push on the side of Angel Link to go all the way in.
Yep, with 2 down on driving with influence, Angel Link goes onto that plat and tries to take that back control as well. The decav gets shut down, but here comes the carbon as well. Carbon manages to get past the in splash, although there are 2 more people up there that to where they will definitely need some help, and it just wasn't shut down fast enough. Those 2 managed to stop that tower. However, they seem to go. It's still definitely, the battle is not over thanks to this blaster providing that pressure that blasters are so known for. Yeah. Although now it really is just this decav against the world, as decavs tend to be on this tower to eke out these last 2 points and this insane super jump chain.
Dude, that insane super jump chain ended with Armor staying alive. Unfortunately, the bot decided to back up because they thought the match, but no, Armor's literally just denied him, saying, no, I got this, fam. And he literally got it on with 34. That's huge, and Armor even got a kill when we said that too. So that's really funny as well. But we're going to be seeing right now, again, Zuka coming up, bomb lagging, getting a solid strat actually on the side of Mad. And we're going to be seeing the budget team for the side of Angel Link. I've been seeing Linda actually getting a solid blaster shot kill on them as well. We are going to be seeing them possibly the lead now.
We're really seeing what we saw at the start of the game with just those consistent kills, managing to get Angel Link onto this platform. The same way driving with influence did earlier, they're actually taking the lead on checkpoint 3. However, practically all of them go down, only just short of a wipeout because of when the blaster respawned, and it's going to have to reset, and just they're going to have to lug this tower all the way back over as they prepare for a fight in mid to gain some more space.
lug the tower all the way over to mid to get some space all the way on top. We are going to be now seeing that we are going to be that in the mid setting, we're going to be seeing Linda going down, Shady in the crab, getting off the crab, and so Lumen is going to be on the farm side trying to defend. And that's a double from Laggy. And that's a kill from Kaya as well because Artemis and Laggy just did a good combo together. And we're going to be seeing right now with that clip being saved, we're going to be seeing the best of Angel Link right now playing defense on mid.
Angel Link pushing ahead, managing, trying to get that upward space. No one on tower, but now there is. This Kraken chasing down this one in specific that's trying to get around the tower as Plat is already cleared with orange paint. However, this bucket manages to just keep them at bay as only this, as this Carbon Deco is left as the front line of defense. However, the Sword joins them, manages to get a pick, a trade. Bucket doing their best for tower. Other two teammates having just respawned, having just got back into the action. They continue. They hold on to this tower. They hold on to this tower like no other. But however, it can only last so long before just that damage piles up and the bucket reclaims.
The one thing as well to know is that 5 takes off for driving with influence. If driving with influence actually gets the 5, they win this first point, but the 20 as a checkpoint is going to be the main thing if they just stall the mid for the side of Angel Link, and that's going to be Angel Link Carmen going down, and no one else going down, but that is going to be a Zig that's going to be up as well, but Lynn on the Kraken. If they just tap on the tower, they basically win, but Shade is still running alive. Ryan Ball trying to 1v1 them on top as well. Getting the kill, that's huge, but Laggy right behind them and Raven Artemis as well. Getting a there, but that's a whole lot of wipeout actually. That's mostly might be the game right there for the side. Oh, dropping with influence to get the victory right here, unless Ryan Ball says something about that. And no, that's going to be a kill up for them as well. Lindeland is going to be the last up team with Artemis, but Shade is just being clutched up right on the tower, so it's on the crab. That's the second wipe up for them, and they get to win.
Yeah, just a shocking overtime. Managed to shut down any approaches that try to quickly clear out that tower and defeat them. That push just managed to get all the way to that checkpoint. That one little tick that they needed. Down to 19, down to that win. Just an absolutely insane final few seconds.
Oh, yeah, definitely insane. 5 seconds that we're going to replay immediately after. This honestly is a crazy amount of hits after going to the end of the replays actually. Like, these last few plays is the most intense you can say honestly in this Splatoon. As we're going to be seeing the first Laggy kill, we're going to be moving on to see more of the replays. Well, the last 4 actually, let's be exactly say on that. We're going to be seeing this end game right here, the last 4, as we're going to be going crazy with driving with influence clutches.
Yep, Angel Link's push right here to 20 really seemed to be it. Their very strong hold into the last couple of seconds on mid later really just lended toward that theory. However, despite all of this fighting in mid, and just this general great hold, 3 on driving with influence going down to the last minute 20, they still managed to come back, grab that tower, start that overtime, just defeat everybody who dared approach the tower, just keep defeating them no matter how many times they came back. A surprising wipeout as everyone was stacked on top of the tower. Just so much area control, smacking down the zap, then the blaster that came after, then the sword, then this roller, just absolutely everybody in their path so that they can secure that win.
Secure that win. And we're going to be seeing them get the first one, but we're going to move on now to round 2. And that is going to be Mahi Resort.
Mahi Resort Zones with its stage change at around 60-ish points, if I remember correctly. That stage change providing much more land. Mahi, another infamous free slider map. So we'll see if either team does something about that. But for now, we'll just have to wait and see.
We're going to be waiting and seeing, but also, as you say, it's a good replay map. You are correct. It's going to be, once the tick hits 60 remaining, that is going to be when the water goes down. And when the water goes down, we're going to be seeing purely chaos. And in chaos sense, you see what I'm out there, right? AC kid.
Yeah, no, I'm seeing some weapons, that's for sure. I'm looking at that C Explo, but not one you see the most often, with wall splashdown on a very backline heavy kit. Splashdown mostly uses a get off me tool. It's down already, but we'll get to see its usage later in the round, as a 3v3 for the zone results in Angel Link capping it at first, but going down, and a lot of specials being at the ready for driving with influence as they manage to reclaim it, get a cooler out, if I heard correctly. Get that lead and really get in the space just past zone that's so crucial while the water's still up.
While the water's still up, but again, if the water's still up, you can lay them. Okay, never mind what I was gonna say. That is obviously a clutch up on the side of Driving Influence, because that first few seconds and that first push right here leaves Driving Influence so much control in the base of Angel Link. But now with the water going down, we're seeing now Leggy on this bottom side trying the best to go in for the kill, but unfortunately not getting the kill. We're seeing now Viper on the left side trying to pick the zone with the rest of the team as well, but no, with now the trash coming out and Splash coming up as well, it really didn't matter that we saw Angel Link independent were trying to push in, because we see Driving Influence just immediately clashing up back and actually taking all the pain itself, no matter what.
Indeed, indeed. As soon as Angel Link manages to get the paint back, it gets shut down again. That Zuka tried to come out, but gets killed before it can do much. The zone still isn't capped. Everyone's bunched up, and Kai is here to get one, help damage another. Although three people still survive, and three go down on Driving with Influence, giving Angel Link the cap they need to hopefully snowball into something larger.
Hopefully it does, but at the same time too, we're going to be seeing from right now that the tri-charge is going to be coming on the side of Driving Influence, as we're seeing as well paint from top. That is going to be IMAD on the Neo spots, actually trying the best to battle with the rest of the team, and that is the rest of the team actually on the side of Angel Link going down. That's IMAD going to go into a straight bomb, so unfortunately for them, but really for right now, we're going to be seeing on this top side, this top right side to be that really Artemis actually trying to 1v1, but unfortunately falls down to Driving with Influence Zaplate, who gets traded off by Carbon, who gets traded off by Ahmed. Ahmed and Revenge as well, and we're going to be seeing the 21 ticks remaining. Ashley, DC actually killing off the right side. The Crab is on the left side. AC, what do you think is going to happen next?
I think that Crab's way isolated. We're just going to see a lot of Driving with Influence control, with I'm noticing a lot of them swatting down approaches, similar to how they did on that tower in those crucial moments last game. As they just repeat those motions, time is ticking down. There's this isolated sword on the side, the in-splash up top, desperately trying to get the paint that Angel Link needs. However, it might not be enough. However, again, this is Zap really putting in the work, keeping the zone as neutralized as they can, buying time for the team to come back to the zone, and it's just quite the experience here. Angelic manages to get the cap, adding a massive penalty on the Driving with Influence's score. That's quite the mountain to work through if they want to get back. And just constantly trading the zone. However, it seems to have returned to where it was before, but with a much higher penalty now.
Yeah, unfortunately Shaded did miss the jump because we see a little bit of ledge, and they were able to get up to the corner and maybe try to see, but they were so good to block going. But that Zuka also was so good to get the kill up, but no, in the end the decap's gonna be killing them off as well. No, that's not decap, that's a stamper with the Crab actually, so that's why we see more cap. They are going to run a double sword comp actually. We don't even notice that, and with that double sword comp, if you know how to play it right, that is going to be a whole rampage, and that rampage is what we're going to be seeing right now. I'm going to see 17 take from me, but unfortunately, because Shade is able to clutch up with the CX and with the rest of the team, I'm trying to influence as well. We're going to see Blooming killing up Lucky as well, and that's going to be the zone cap backing to the side of Driving Influence, and that's going to be another Shady kill on Artemis.
Driving with Influence got their zone back, and yeah, I'm noticing the comp now that you've pointed it out. The double sword plus the decarb means that they just have so much fighting power, but the painting power might leave a little to be seen. Angel Link has gotten some promising pushes, but you just can't deny the incredible advantage that having that low of a score has. As the penalty runs low, we're back into real points. 1 tick, 0 ticks, a wipeout at the end just to add a cherry on top as the game ends in Driving with Influence's favor.
And now that is going to be a solid 2 victory to the side of Driving with Influence right now, and we're going to be going to this round 3 shortly as well. And we're going to be seeing replay first, obviously, because that is the standard model. No, Isika, let's talk about how this plays out with the first few seconds, about the first clutch honestly on the side of driving influence with this first punch going all the way to the top deck of
Indeed.
Angelink's base.
Indeed, despite a early cap by Angelink, Driving with Influence really manages to come back with some excellent paint from the In Splash and Zap, and just that quick push you mentioned up to their base really paved the way towards 60 points and just led to an insane 21, like, just low point count for, like, low time left. Angelink managed to flip it back and get a heavy penalty added a couple of times. However, it just wasn't enough, and Driving with Influence managed to get holds that lasted long enough to burn through those and then some, meaning that just absolutely making an incredible win.
And unfortunately, because the time is out, we have to go. We're going to be seeing the same map again.
But this is Splatoon's Mahi!
Splatoon Mahi by 2! Perfect! Yeah, this is truly...
Run it back!
This is one back moment. So, let's see what's going to happen. And they're going to play it off? No, they're going to drown and die.
Still, those zap instincts on the far left coming in, though, with the immediate paint just automatically... couldn't tell if it was... I think it was Zap. One of those weapons immediately getting paint. You can tell they're just, yeah. I don't know, it was Carbon. Yeah, no, immediately painting for that Zuka, as every Carbon does as soon as the gates open.
Yeah, that's the funniest thing ever, but actually I can say the main thing.
Oh, it was the Zap. I'm not crazy, okay.
But I could say, for myself, as a streamer, I get to see a lot of matches. This is the first time, actually, as a streamer, that I see the players
Yep. Spitter Jump's definitely a one. I don't know if I see people go for that one real often, but yeah, with that clam block gone, you really just have to take this long S-shaped pattern with the Rainmaker, fending off just all of the attacks from all of the high ground that the defending spawn gets. So it would really be interesting to see.
Yeah, I think I'll be going to... Now, the set, we are going to be seeing in the green that it's going to be, obviously, Angelink, and we're going to be seeing in the purple that it's going to be Driving with Influence.
Indeed, both teams make their dash toward middle to try to get that Rainmaker pop. And I believe it popped in Driving with Influence's favor. However, first people down on both sides. A very even paint fight in mid. Whoever gets the kills past this could really get an early lead. However, even though someone with Driving with Influence goes down, the spitter jump from who's that?
Shaded.
Yeah, from Shaded on Driving with Influence. Just gets it directed to that checkpoint. Not really a sustainable way of going about it, but it just great for some early points, so they don't need to visit that checkpoint later. Link tries to get the Rainmaker to the checkpoint themselves, but gets quickly chopped down as the heavy edit Crab just goes on a quick rampage through Angelink and to lead to a wipeout.
Dude, that was basically 20 seconds of hell for the side of both teams, because that wipeout ended, and at the same time, Angelink trying to get the checkpoint as well. That was basically purely hell of ability to chip damage in general, and anyone trying to go out of it, we're trying to get a victory out of it. But we're seeing right now, because Driving Influence has the pinner jump, but unfortunately they don't go for the pinner jump because they're waiting for the Booyah bomb to get out, and Shaded trying to They tried to clutch it. They were a
Not
little bit
again,
too
not
late.
yet, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, they were a
Shaded
little
trying
bit
to go for their favorite little jump. Shaded seems to really like these sorts of jumps because here they are on the tall spinner as well. They get caught by the sword going at it, but still just really going for that. We see the S-Blast now popping that rain, and they're going to have to recover from this. Okay, no, they don't. They don't care that roller's there. They are going to grab it and they are going to hold left stick forward. But after that, most of the plat presence gets wiped out as Angel Link reclaims all of it and quickly takes a lot of mid.
As you saw before, what Blumen were trying to do and what we saw Shady trying to do as well, trying to go on the top left. I've been seeing on the left side, but Shady was not on the right side actually. If he hit that great area to hit to the top left, that's going to be 20 points. Ryan Ball even tried to do that as well, but Putty dropped that as well. But because if they wanted to go for the top left, they can get it, but no, they decided to swim bottom right because that bottom right gives them the lead to 35 points remaining and 3 down on the side of Angel Link as well.
3 down versus 2 down. They're both going to try to regroup their forces and a couple of their specials as well, as we see this Reef Slider out on the side of Driving with Influence that could be popped any moment, and here it is, catching that crab right out but getting traded back by that sword. However, the sword goes down as well, as 3 members of Angel Link are down, and Shaded is yet again going for, oh nope, not going for the jump, going for the ramp this time, just re-pushing this plat.
This is called caution, and we see for caution on the side of Jamie because they might be a little bit tipsy, but who knows. As we're going to be seeing more caution with Shaded, even though they don't know they have the lead right now. No, mostly it's going to be the winning play, but no, unfortunately, because we see Linda actually going in for the triple right now. Okay, that's a quad. That is a quad, and that is going to be a shutdown.
Triple that is going to be extended and giving their team plenty of time to pop that rain and get all the way up to this staircase area to just put Drive with Influence on a back foot to on this plat. As Angel threatens, okay, again, Driving with Influence does not care. They are going to pick up the right maker, they are going to hold left stick forward, causing a brief distraction that's enough to get this crab out. That may be what they just what they need to regain enough control of mid to stall out and shut down that Angel Link push with the final minute on the clock.
With the final minute of clock, indeed, we're going to be seeing now on this mid side. We're going to be seeing 3 spots coming out for the side of Driving with Influence and 2 on the side. Angel Link and that Driving with Influence always trying to get the revenge climb on that, but no, look at that 2,000, maybe 4,000 crab health right there, giving the side of Angel Link nothing, but for inside of Driving with Influence, they were so close, but unfortunately, because they didn't go for the screw jump method, they weren't able to get the lead right there.
Yeah, Kai saw their opening, they went, I see not enough people on Vlad to stop me, and they managed to push it all the way up to 38, only 3 points dividing them in the end. However, only 20 seconds left. The Rainmaker is in an awkward spot, so it's not really quite stallable. But it is top of this dubious little platform that, if I remember correctly, requires that defending sponge to get up to. You need Driving with Influence would have a bit of a problem getting up there, although I believe you can just jump and barely clip it, but it's not enough time as the game's already in Angel Link's favor. Time runs out, rain is not being held, and Angel Link takes this game.
Yeah, Angel Link will be taking this game. Oh my gosh, do I watch out for the side of Angel Link at the end of the set. Really, just getting that victory right there. But they were so close for Driving Influence to actually come back as well, because they were so close to get the clutch up, because the sneak from behind was so close for them to get it all the way. But unfortunately though, they were able to call it out, and AJ was able to shut it down every single time. Well, by every single time, is it in the clutch moment or the last time? Like the last single moment. So, with that victory, unfortunately, Driving with Influence will still win the set, but we are going to be seeing Angel Link having some kind of tiebreak advantage, even though they're still second place in the group, actually, because they're in Group H, and actually they move on to silver pack, and funny enough.
Yep, and they're clearly very good with the incredible Game 3 performance. Just the absolutely great shutdowns, managing to adapt to Driving with Influence, managing to shut them down themselves. Stop these very quick pushes, although the clip ahead of them was them with the wipeout. However, they were able to hold that 35 lead and make sure that Driving with Influence didn't do the same, no matter how many times they tried with instances such as these.
Yeah, this make it just gonna be the last. All that matters for the side of Driving with Influence, they want to win the set. And then you can make it up to the actual gold packet, and that's what they did. So with that gold back to victory right there, that's actually most likely might be the end of our block right here. So
Is it? Question mark?
it most likely is because we have only 8 teams here, and with only
Oh,
8
true.
teams, yeah, with only 8 teams, we should be fine enough to go straight to finals with only one setup. So AC kid, why not you shout yourself out?
What are people gonna find me? Question mark?
Yes, shout yourself out. Shout yourself out.
It's fine, it's fine. I'm that AC and H kid on YouTube and Twitter if you still use that. I'm that AC kid on Blue Sky and Twitch. Can't promise content, but I sure am there.
Well, if you can find me, obviously you can see me doing a little bit of. Well, I'm Joanne. If you don't know me for streaming by now, you're kind of crazy. But no, you can find me on Joanne on Blue Sky, Joanne51 on Twitter if you use that. If I stream on Joanne too, yeah, that's going to be something that's happening. But main thing is, what we're going to be seeing next is going to be the gold bracket of Big 68 of. Yeah, you know, I tell you, we'll be back with obviously the commentator walking topic, your favorite duo, the as of December and November. But also, AC Kid, one thing I need to tell you before we finish this up here. How does it feel to commentate the last tournament? Well, one of the last tournaments actually to be streamed in Splatoon 3 in 2024.
Oh, okay. This looking at end of Splatoon. I'm like, oh, okay. Are we like exploding the game? What's going on?
No, but how does it go? How does it go?
In 2024, awesome. I've been very much less active in the Splatoon community in general this year, but it is cool to see like the end of this year, especially with this game. Just seeing it still going so strong. Some great players today. It's really just awesome to see the longevity and incredible skill of many people, even at a lower area like this.
And that's great to hear from a new commentator to the unappreciated scene as well, as you find enough. So, welcome to the family. Hopefully, we'll see you again soon. But yeah, we'll be coming back for you with another gold packets matchup soon enough. So, we'll be right back.
Well, everyone, I hope you had an amazing Christmas. You had a nice little break on Thursday, but we are here with some Friday Splatoon action coming up for you with from the Ink Up 68. Not quite nice yet. We have our gold bracket. I am Topic, joined once again, as always, by Rocket. And for you today, with our quarterfinals match, we have Chroma Vortex versus Milky Way. And Rocket, how was your Christmas?
It was jolly. It was jolly indeed. I had lots of cookies, eggnog, milk, all the holiday festivities out there. But so glad for y'all to be with us, and I hope you, Topic, as well, and everyone here watching had a happy holidays. But we're actually just going to be jumping straight into things here on game number 1, Crag Lake Capital here, and I'm really interested to see this because it is Crab Lake Capital Rainmaker as well, so I'm going to be very intrigued how these teams are going to navigate those greats.
I mean, we're going to see, as we're going to have no time to discuss, as we're going to hop straight into the game. Maybe, don't prove me wrong.
Hopefully.
Okay, here we are straight into the game. We're gonna see, okay, very interesting weapons from, I believe that's Chroma Vortex. Hold up, wait. Rocket, you see what I see? I think you see what I see.
I see a lot of things.
You see a lot of things. On the side of Milky Way, that is a Zimmy, a Octobrush, and a Stamper. Very interesting, very weapons we don't really see often paired together. And on the other side, for Chroma Vortex, there's gonna be Mint Decaf, which we see a lot, a Squeezer, and a Rapid Pro Deco. The longest weapon name in the game for no reason whatsoever.
No reason at all, but this is a very interesting comp coming out from Milky Way. Running no cooler and having such an odd collection of weapons. I love to see it here. Though, we do see the Mint Decavitator coming out from Chroma Vortex, managing to find one, trying to find more, trying to disrupt the backline of Milky Way, but those backlines hold firm and hold like a brick wall. But so far here, it is just a scrum for mid, just seeing if either team can find an advantageous push here, as you see the Zuka coming out from Chroma Vortex, trying to find that push, as we've been a minute in and nobody has touched the Rainmaker yet.
Okay, I know we see a pencil, but that is the red pencil, so that's gonna be no cooler for Milky Way, so they're gonna be very cautious about the fights they take, and so far they're doing that pretty well with another 2 down on the side of Chroma Vortex, though. The Mint Decaf brushing some teeth for you, as one's gonna go down looking for a second, not quite able to find the Zipcaster, not quite able to get a pick there. They're gonna go down themselves, as Scruffy will find themselves alive for the moment, so Chroma Vortex with an opportunity to probably get the first push of the game down to 93, but the defense from Milky Way is gonna have to stand strong here.
Standing strong indeed. We do see 2 players though going down from Chroma Vortex, so maybe losing a little bit of steam here on this push. We see here Shibber on this left side with the Zimmy, trying to just create some space. Actually, Milky Way will be able to take down the Rainmaker carrier, and with 2 players down on the side of Chroma Vortex, Keely, their Zap, and Squeezer, an opportunity for Milky Way will present itself, and they are taking it to its full advantage here. You see Turtle with the brush, not only managing to cap the Rainmaker checkpoint, but also managing to find a pick and escape.
Yeah, and you see that Milky Way still has some touches at the way. Another one going down. There's able to get a safe way onto the plat. Not quite able to get a lot farther, but down to 41. A Mint Decaf just doing what decafs do and just get a couple kills. But yeah, there's a very good opening, or very good first push for Milky Way. Now it's up to Chroma Vortex with the cooler advantage, meaning they have a cooler and Milky Way doesn't. They're going to have to take a lot of advantageous fights, as you see right there. A very quick 3 down. Chroma Vortex wasting no time whatsoever, responding very quickly, getting to that first checkpoint and breaking it with no time to spare, as we see Draco going for the pop, able to get it. They do have they're very close to a Zuka. They have to be very careful of that, but Rainmaker is going to go down instead. Another one going down as well, and the defense from Milky Way is holding strong, holding firm. Turtle with the flank will get a double kill to nip that at the bud and just stop Chroma Vortex before they had a chance to get any further.
I mean, yeah, you saw Chroma being able to bounce back pretty effectively, but I was having some questions of if they were able to pass those grates there, if they were going to choose that right side. But Turtle says, nah, none of that. Not even giving them an opportunity to settle a push after they were able to get that for a checkpoint. Now, you see here yet again Milky Way trying to develop a little bit of a push here. They do have the lead, but the Mint Decapitator is there on the side of Chroma to shut down that push. That is the Zimmy down on the side of Milky Way. You see Turtle here yet again, sharking, just waiting for an opportunity to strike. Two players are down for Chroma Vortex. Turtle still waiting, but you see them in the cafeteria. No, Turtle managing to win that interaction there, and being that sharking player that you want there. You want these sharking players such as a Brush, such as a Carbon on Rainmaker, because they can be such a thorn in the side of the other team.
Yeah, speaking of throwing on the other side, Faller on Chroma Vortex has been getting a lot of picks for their team, making sure that their defense does not break away. But as soon as I say that, it's going to be 2 down for Chroma Vortex. Scruffy looking for a pick, not quite able to confirm it. There it is, looking for another one. They're going to go down instead, so Milky Way with a chance to extend their lead as Shiver there gets on the plat. Not a whole lot to go after, but there is the Izuka coming out for Chroma Vortex, able to shut that down, and the defense, again, will hold firm for about 40 seconds remaining. Chroma Vortex, they are not that far back points-wise, but Milky Way has been making them earn those points, or earn every single one of those points.
Yeah, now the rain to make the situation a little bit worse. Now, if you're on the side of Chroma, I would think that you'd want to take that left side. It's safer. You don't have to traverse the grates here. You will have an opportunity to go here, but first you need to deal with Turtle. That's a good start right there, managing to take out that Brush, not having to worry about it. The Zipcaster is there, though, with another great pick. Can we talk about this Rainmaker player, this Inko there? The Rainmaker here, just amazing on these quick interactions and picks, but now as overtime looms close, you have to worry now. You have to protect the Rainmaker.
I mean, but you see Turtle just going up and doing it, putting a stamp on that game, and Milky Way will close the curtains on that game, taking the set 1-0 in a very, very close set, or very close game, I should say. It's a very unconventional comp with double Zipcaster, the Rain Pencil, and the Zimmy. You know what? I'm all here for it.
I mean, yeah, you have those two weapons, the Stamper and the Brush, to really provide pressure. And I mean, we said it several times, and we all saw it on stream right there. Turtle just making their impact now, not only getting that key pick at the end to just seal the deal on that game, but you see right there, not only showing their defensive prowess, but managing to lead the way for Milky Way to go in there. Hey, that kind of had a little flow going, but I mean, just I don't know what more to be said about Turtle. You saw the multi-kill as well to keyly shut down Chroma Vortex's push to make sure that they weren't able to progress much further. And to add on to what I was saying earlier about such an aggressive comp, it really allowed them to create so much pressure onto Chroma that it really just left them no opportunity to get in.
Yeah, and I think as we go over to our second map mode, I do think they will keep that aggression as we go to my favorite Z-shaped Tetris piece in the game, Barnacle and Dime zones. I do think the double Zipcaster can work. It's just you have to make sure you have at least it can work. You gotta make sure you time it properly. You make sure that you have to get like your pencil up. If they keep the same comp, you have to make sure you get your pencil up. You can make sure you gotta get your Zimmy up to provide you that space, especially with the bubble to kind of protect your jump. So you're really gonna have to play around your midliners basically. If you're Milky Way, you gotta play around. You gotta play around. I believe it was Scruffy on the mini, if I recall correctly. But yeah, you're gonna have to play around your midliner so you have like a safe way back, if that makes sense.
Yeah, indeed. And I'm really interested, like you were touching on, to see if Milky Way will be keeping that a little bit unorthodox comp. I mean, I feel like everything could remain stable. I mean, you have the Rain Pen for even more paint than a normal pen would even be able to provide there. But not only that, if Turtle is gonna stick onto Brush, I'm curious to see if that's gonna continue to work here. Maybe you switch over to maybe a more like presence weapon in mid. I wouldn't be mad at maybe a roller there, just with the bubble, just to be able to take the other side of the map and just really provide more aggressive patterns here. I wouldn't be surprised either if they went with a wiper, maybe run a double sword lineup here. But hey, if they stick with that brush, it worked well for them in game one. A reminder: this is best of 3, so now it is tournament on the line for Chroma Vortex.
Yeah, and I could see them going because with this map, you don't necessarily have to go mid. You can go to the enemy street, as we're gonna see a bit of a strange up V right there, switching over to the heavy edit. And okay, Milky Way. I'm a Dreadringer main. I'm a fan. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, but Turtle switching over to the charcoal decap with the inkjet, a bit more of an aggressive weapon like you just wanted, and I believe no other change from there. So very, very different comp from them. A much more paint-oriented comp with the Dreadringer being able to be much more aggressive with the Reef Slider, and as you see, it's working out very well in their favor. Quick 2 down. The Zuka from Draco not quite able to find a target, but there's the Reef Slider going in. Getting a lot of paint, but going down. That's why it's the SD button. And as you see, Milky Way, their first hold might go down here as Chroma Vortex are slowly making their way forward.
Now, I'm not one to push agendas here, but I love Chroma Vortex's sticking with the old meta and then Milky Way kind of, I don't want to say pushing a new meta here and there, but I just love what their comp is, what they're cooking here. You obviously have Scruffy on this Dredge, always good on Barnacle and Dime for that paint, but you see their Turtle on the Charcoal Decavitator. I was curious to see what they would run, and Charcoal Decavitator, really good pick there with that Inkjet, kind of just showing how it can be used here, and Chroma now down the mid Decavitator. We'll be forced back a little bit. We'll lose numbers advantage. Inko just chucking the strikes there, but 2 players go down for Chroma Vortex. So yet again, Milky Way are able to recover in kind, although they do lose 2 players of their own. So now, just as quickly as they were able to take the zone, Chroma are able to snatch it right back.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of the yin and yang of okay, never mind, Turtle proved me wrong right away. I would say that's kind of the yin and yang of going with the mint versus the charcoal decaf, is that the mint decaf does provide that defensive backbone with the bubble, with the suction bomb, while the charcoal one is more of a aggressive, you have to go in. But as I say that, Milky Way will get a very quick 2 down on Chroma Vortex. Inko here forced to kind of just stay alive, back up a little bit, wait for their teammates to go in. Here we go, a big fight over mid. One's gonna go down for Milky Way. The Jet's gonna be popped. Scruffy with the flames gonna get another one's gonna go down. Just mayhem left and right. People are going down, as it looks like Chroma Vortex will be the winners of that, getting at least through their penalty and maybe a little bit more.
Indeed, here now, Chroma have an opportunity to turn this match on its head here, although the Zimmy does have that bubble. Sheber, apologies here, just trying to create some space for Milky Way to get back into there. You have 2 specials available. You see the Inkjet now being popped for Turtle, quickly shut down though. Scruffy is there though with a little bit of a cleanup there for the Reef Slider, but actually being countered by that Ink Strike there, coming from the other side from Chrome, I believe, on that Neosplat, just being able to create space. You're seeing a lot of specials being used here. Chroma Vortex managing to find one with that. Baller is here with the mint decavitator. They're showing, hey, just saying, hey, Turtle isn't the only decav user who can really take over a game, and now Chroma are surprisingly in the lead yet here and could steal this game.
I mean, yeah, they're looking into marching forward. 2 specials online for Milky Way. Make that 3. One's gonna get popped, another's gonna get popped. Scruffy's going straight for zone, not able to cap it. 2 down. Turtle with the Inkjet going out looking for a picks, but it's not going to be enough. Chroma Vortex will bide their time, will get the picks they needed, will save them their tourney run basically by forcing a game number 3.
Now, I have a different player to highlight here, on the side of Chroma Vortex. The captain of Chroma Vortex, Inko. You saw the Dredge, not once, but twice from Scruffy on the side of Milky Way go in and try to paint the zone, because we know how powerful Reef Cheese can be, but Inko was always there to counteract it with Tri-Strikes. Now, call it whatever you want. Maybe it was just happenstance, but what I see is just a masterful use of just, once you get special, you don't always have to pop it immediately, right? You always, some players may want to, just, hey, I want to go for the highlight play here and there, and that is good, but Tri-Strike can be so powerful in the right hands, and we saw it right there, being able to counteract that Reef Cheese.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's a direct counter, but as you see right there, Tri-Strike is kind of a impromptu counter to Reef Slider, because the strikes can cover up the Reef Slider explosion, and B, it can kill the Reef Slider user, because I believe you have a little bit of invincibility right after the Reef Slider goes off, but it's not that much, and you have multiple strikes, so doesn't matter. But yeah, with that, shout out to Inko, the captain, kind of setting the tone for that game, being using some really good counter specials. But we're gonna go to our final map, game number 3, winner take all here, as we go to Undertow Spillway Tower Control. And I think you and I can both agree this is a two checkpoint map.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, the
Okay.
first checkpoint is right there. I mean, like, you just get, like, maybe 1 or 2 picks, and then, boom, that's the checkpoint done. But, obviously, the other 2 checkpoints are a little bit more distant, so it's gonna have to be more sustained fights than we've seen. Obviously, I mean, you have zones, which we saw there, the sustained fights went in favor of Milky Way. And speaking of Milky Way, they are technically the underdogs, and heavy underdogs at that, coming in as a 22 seed compared to Milky Way's 3 seeds. So maybe we can see a little bit of a Cinderella story, keep with the hot hand, keep with that underdog mentality. But honestly, I'm just really excited to see if Milky Way is going to be coming with a more unconventional comp yet again.
If there's a Dreadringer, my biases will be known, but it looks like from the side of Chroma Vortex what they ran the last time, and Scruffy, okay, major changes, going with the Nouveau brush, going with the Vanilla Range Plaster, one of my favorite whips in the game, I love it, and Pre there, I believe was a sub, going with the Custom Explo. Okay, I understand it, you have this weapon can very easily affect the tower, you have the splashdown to again affect the tower, but so far, Chroma Vortex asserting their control. Draco with a nice fall-off shot, getting Pre there. Another one going down. That's going to be 3 down outside of Milky Way in the first 30 seconds. And Chroma Vortex, like we said, break that first checkpoint like it's nothing and making their way towards the second one.
Indeed here. Now we see them continue to roll here. You see the bubble by Faller just giving V-Rex some space to work on that edit, but we see also on the other side Milky Way popping that Rain, maybe applying a little bit of pressure there. Rain obviously isn't going to be the thing that gets you kills, but it will apply that pressure. I like to call it like pocket pressure, because that's what it basically just does. It allows you to go in and allows you to get a little bit of space and make the other team uncomfortable. You see Schubert on this right side, excuse me, here I'm getting my left and right confused. You have the bubble available to try to hold here and try to be that brick wall that Chroma has to go through.
I mean, but so far, that wall is falling brick by brick. 2 down on Milky Way once again. Faller very far up, trying to put some pressure on the Expo, try to get it away from the tower, doing that so effectively. Scruffy is going to go down as well. Turtle dropping in on that left-hand side, not quite able in range to affect the tower, but as we see, Draco with another Zuka, not quite able to find one, and Chroma Vortex still going down to 32 points, not quite at that final checkpoint, but Milky Way will at least stabilize themselves, getting at least the tower neutralized. But Chroma Vortex, they are just twisting this knife slowly, just making sure that Milky Way cannot escape. But unfortunately for them, that will be the end of the push, and now Milky Way with a chance to get some points on the board for themselves.
Yeah, they have to be careful though. They are down 2 players, Keely, the Brush, and that Range Blaster. However, you do have the bubble coming out from the Zimmy. Yet again, just to save face, but not a Faller has anything to say about it. And just like that, the dominoes are starting to fall for Milky Way. 3 players going down, only 1 loss on the side of Chroma Vortex here. V-Rec still holding it down with that edit. Almost has Cooler available as well. And just like that, the Cooler is available, ready to pop to continue this push here. There it is right there. Scruffy's Keely going down there for Milky Way. There's the Blaster down as well as Turtle on the Brush, and V-Rec managing to find another 3 fall for Milky Way, and that is a delayed one. Oh my goodness, a beautiful Zuka there, and Chroma is just rolling.
You want to talk about geometry? That man passed geometry with an A+, as Chroma Vortex 5 points away. 3, 2, 1, and that will do it. The knife has been fully twisted, and Chroma Vortex will finish off Milky Way's turning run with a very, very, I express a very dominant game number 3.
Indeed, they did.
And a fist bump.
A little fist bump too, a little bit of teamwork there. Milky Way's run ends here, but I still gotta give them a little bit of applause for their comp. I mean, there's just surprising comps throughout all 3 games. It was very entertaining to see. GG's to them, and fortunately, they just fell a little bit short here as Chroma Vortex will now face the 2 seed in semifinals versus Inked Under. And taking a look at the other side here of the bracket, you have Little Squid Dragons actually moving on to semifinals, but the other semifinals, at least for the top there, hasn't been decided as Overdive versus Driving with Influence are still in Game 3.
Yeah, but I expect that to be a very, very close set as they're not done yet. But with that, that'll be it from us for now, as we are a little bit away from our round 2 starting. So we will take a very, very, very quick break before we jump into with our semis. So grab a snack, grab some water, stretch if you need to, but be sure to come right back in a couple minutes.
We are here. We are back. We are continuing gold bracket here now in our semifinals, and a little bit of a surprise here maybe to some of you with who the teams are that will be facing off in semis. I mean, these two teams are veterans of FTIU, and more specifically, though, Driving with Influence beat the #1 seed in Overdrive. But before I get ahead of myself, still, we have me, Rocket, and Topic joining you here. And Topic, these two teams are veterans of it. I believe Driving with Influence placed 3rd in one of their previous FTIUs, and on the other side, LSD, Little Squid Dragons, placed 5th in one of them.
You know, I'm sorry, I'm vibing to the music. Shout out Persona 5, great music. Anyway, yeah, we have our matchup, DWI versus LSD. As everyone else, two pretty good teams. Yeah, we are here. We have game #1, one of my personal favorite, and what I think is one of the best map modes in the entire game, Museum D'Alfonsino Clan Blitz. Now, whenever I think of this map mode, I really do think that it is kind of condensed into the ramp area, because that's kind of your way into the base, and also as the defending team, it's the main way you have to look for. Of course, you have to watch the spinner, you have to watch the block jump, but a majority of attacking teams will send most of their forces towards the ramp. So if you have good defense there, you should be pretty good at keeping the enemy out of your side.
Yeah, but the key here is sustained pushes, because the other map mode that is typically popular here is Rainmaker. And with that, you kind of just get in like one good push here and there, and then you just play keep away. But you can't do that with Clan Blitz. You need to have constant fighting, constant pressure, and constant lockout situations in your favor here. But jumping straight into things, taking a look at both sides here, you have IMAD, who I recognize immediately on the side of Driving with Influence. I believe is a fellow commentator there with that range blaster. I believe a CRB, if I'm not mistaken. On the other side, you see a all-shooter lineup here. Hello, coming out from Little Squid Dragons.
Welcome Splatoon 2. If you know, you know. As we see from DWI, we're going to see the bucket going down almost right away. Hold on, 2 down very quickly. LSD able to get a very, very quick start here with a quick 3 down. Hold on. Little Squid Dragons just putting the pressure on right away. Kai forced to pop cooler just to keep themselves alive. The rest of the team are going to back them up. A Little Squid Dragons asserting as a lot of control right away, but DWI able to at least control themselves for a little bit.
I don't know if you saw that beautiful bomb from the bomb there, but that landed perfectly, managing to take out that player from DWI there. But actually, we're seeing here an early push coming out from Little Squid Dragons here, but will there be any follow-up? That is the main question, though. I don't see any players really close enough to try, so that will actually just give Driving with Influence a pity clam there. And on top of that other ball, they could develop a push, but hold on, 2 players are down, so now they will have to go recollect those balls, but one might disappear before Nope finally being picked up here, as although the early push, yes, successful from LSD Little Squid Dragons, they need to continue this hold on mid.
I mean, just look at their clam. Look at the clam economy. They have a lot of clams, 2 balls to work with, and a couple more in reserve, so they can really get something going. IMAD going down. That's a really bad start for DWI with their defense. Little Squid Dragons getting another one down, forcing the members back onto their ramp once again. The strike still being used by Bloomin here to at least separate the members of Little Squid Dragon. This is gonna work out. One's gonna go. They're gonna go down as well. So one of those balls will be lost. So Driving with Influence very quickly again able to stabilize themselves, not let Little Squid Dragons get a lot out of it, and the crab from Shaded able to get one, looking for a second, but will get canceled by Ashley, and I am in a perfect spot there to get another score, and there we go. Kraken's gonna be popped, and Driving with Influence able to get a lead here.
Yeah, although there isn't that much follow-up, hold on, pause, Shaded, with the ball. There's the follow-up, jinxing myself a little bit, jinxing maybe LSD, Little Squid Dragons a little bit, but I was gonna say there wasn't that much follow-up, but now with that follow-up, a sizable lead now for Driving with Influence for them to really settle back on. However, it isn't a large lead by any stretch of the imagination. There is still plenty of time. I mean, we're not even halfway through the match yet, and you see the amount of clams, never mind, on the side of Little Squid Dragons here. You have the ball in the possession of the Jet Squelcher, but will they be able to advance here?
I mean, they might not be able to, because the only member that was alive at that time was the Zap with Cooler, and Jet Squelcher, not the best weapon to take full advantage of Cooler just being able to go in, so that just means Little Squid Dragons has to back up. They have to kind of rebuild their economy, and so far they're doing a good job of that with 16 clams, 1 down on driving with influence, looking for a little bit more. There are the strikes coming out from the bucket, trying to clear out some space. Shaded though with the crab in response, finds coin in the corner, forces a jump out, and with that, little Squid Dragon still, they have a majority of mid-painted purple, and they're trying to slowly advance their way forward. They are going to do that. 2 down for driving with influence, and the one's going to go down for a little Squid League though. Kamuk there, able to sneak a clamp in, but the follow-up may not be enough, as we do see, actually, it might be, hold on, they're close. 2 more clams. You see Kamuk there trying to throw some clams up, but no one will be there to pick them up, so little Squid Dragons within striking distance, but not able to take the lead yet.
I mean, there's an opportunity there as well. Not only that, but the pity clam was not clammed and the jump was not had because of the quick response from driving with influence, able to kick out little Squid Dragons to maintain their lead here. You see Imad going in with the Kraken, just trying to create space on this ramp, trying to see if they can find a cheeky little pick. You see the Tri-Strikes as well to continue up that pressure, and now the CRB is in a great position, the ledge camp here, but hold on. You see the Zuka coming out from those Squid Dragons, managing to find Kai on that Zuka, will be able to shut down that push, and with it, being able to dissolve the ball that Driving with Influence was using to push.
I think, okay, never mind. Ashley, just an inch short from getting a score, but that will kind of stop the momentum that Little Squid Dragons has. So with about 45 seconds left, they're going to have to not get a large push. I believe they need the power plus 1 or 2 more clams to take the lead. So they're not in any major pressure. Right? Yes, you don't have a lead, so you do want that, but you have some time. You have overtime. You have about a minute of overtime plus 40 seconds of regulation left. So you just need to really kind of collect yourself, not let yourself get overwhelmed here. As you say, Lou trying to sneak in with that, able to get it though. There's no follow up, so they're gonna be 1 point short potentially. Coin going for the ball. They're gonna go down. Ashley going for the ball as well, looking for a single clam, but not able to get anywhere close to the basket. So they need to build a power clam almost immediately. There it is. So now, Little Squid Dragons, they have a minute to go. They have a minute to get this ball into the enemy side basket. But so far, Shada getting one, kind of taking away that some pressure. Hold on, Ashley not able to make the jump. The defense from Kai will be enough. And as time continues to tick down for Little Squid Dragons, a little bit of desperation may come out from them, but with the overtime being almost over, and that will be it. Driving with Influence will hold on to a 1-point win and take game number 1.
A close one indeed. They were able to get that push you want and then play keep away basically for the rest of that map. Now, you have to think, like you were talking about it there in the final 30 seconds topic about Little Squid Dragon's situation. They had all the time. They had the opportunity to force overtime and go in there, but they chose to go in maybe a little bit too quickly there, and just it almost worked. I mean, they were like 1 clam away, but Driving with Influence, Shaded, and the other members of Driving with Influence were able to shut down on that. You see Kai here on the other side, kind of just being the other guard to the goal of Driving with Influence, and really just shut down that push, but just so close there. But it's okay, you still have plenty of games to be played. Remember, we are in best of 5 as we are well into our ways in semifinals.
Yeah, and I think what was the real problem for Little Squid Dragons was that they had a majority of mid for most of that game. It was mostly purple. It was just when it came to actually pushing, they couldn't quite get it done. They were always like a day late and $1 short. They were always a little bit off. Driving with Influencers had that little edge. They got 1 or 2 picks when they really needed it, and that kind of shut down the momentum for Little Squid Dragons. But we're gonna see if they can kind of, fix up the mistakes a little bit, kind of reestablish themselves as we go to game number 2, Rainmaker on Scorch Gorge.
Now, as always with Rainmaker maps, you can get the first checkpoint really easily, but especially on Scorch Gorge specifically, it is so hard to deal with that choke point between the first checkpoint and the goal. You are not only having to deal with that low ledge on the left side there, but also on the right as well, and having to deal with both those basically elevated vantage points for these longer range weapons, maybe like you see the edit there. from Shaded driving with influence. If they are in that position, it's going to be really hard to deal with them without any specials. But maybe with what we saw from Little Squid Dragons, you can maybe deal with it a little bit. It's just a little bit of bomb spam, just making sure that Edit can't stay comfortable, because if you allow that Edit to stay comfortable, I believe that Shaded can really just shred through the rest of Little Squid Dragons, no problem with that firepower.
I mean, yeah, we saw that. Like, I believe for when I forgot exactly when the Little Squid Dragons were pushing, but Shaded had a crab and they just kind of sat on their plat. I think they got one kill and then forced another member to jump away. So, like you were saying, if you're a Little Squid Dragons, you gotta go for the backliner, or backliner per se. You have to go for the long range. You gotta go for their heavy edit, support, backliner, interchangeable. But in this case, I'll say it's a backliner. You have to go for you gotta make sure that they're off balance, because if your backliner is off balance, if your centerpiece of a team is off balance, then it's very, very hard for the rest of the team to kind of really work off of that. But we're going to see as we get into the second game, of course. Hold on, is that a Tetris for Little Squid Dragon, or for driving with influence? It is a Tetra, a weapon not commonly seen, but you know what, I'm all here for it. And for Little Squid Dragons, you know what they like? I think they like Zuka. Just a thought though.
Yeah, and also, if I got that glimpse correctly, that is an all quick respawn here, and already making its impact, managing to make a path, managing to find 2 from Little Squid Dragons, and now with 3 in total.
Oh my god!
That is a quick triple there from the Tetra Dualies, already making their presence known, Topic.
I mean, you want to talk about striking first, striking fast, and striking with efficiency? That's exactly what you mean, because Little Squid Dragons are still trying to recover, able to do that effectively. Shaded, though, able to get one before going down. Driving with influence, though, another 3 down for Little Squid Dragons, so they have the man just Kai going straight for it and just dodging and ducking their way through, able to at least get a little bit further down to 33, and they're still not out the base of Little Squid Dragons, though. Driving with influence, they're looking to get this 100 done and dusted, as Shaded going to pick it up but not able to quite get any further, but still putting that pressure onto Little Squid Dragons. As you see, down to 33, Bloomin with the bubble, able to keep themselves in for a little bit longer.
That's going to be a key special there, Bloomin's bubble. You need to have that bubble to be able to push. You see Stat there just trying to go in, trying to be the shark, manages to find one here. Will get quickly taken out by a Rainmaker, and so does the Mint Decavitator. Now actually 3 players going down. Shaded being the last player standing, has to be that last stand turret. The crowd quickly denied, though. A great pick there from Ashley, which will allow them to get that Zuka off to apply pressure of their own. Now Little Squid Dragons have an opportunity here to maybe mount a comeback.
I mean, they're trying to do that, as we're gonna see the base of driving with influence being painted yellow, looking for a path of Rainmaker. Shaded, though, with another crab, able to stay alive this time, able to at least put some pressure on it. Lou's gonna go get it. Lou's gonna get one, actually. So driving with influence, able to hold on to a 5-point lead, able to survive the onslaught of Little Squid Dragons and at least get the Rainmaker out of their base. But it's just been 2 very massive pushes back to back. We're gonna see what happens here, as 1 down for driving influence is not the start that you're looking for.
Yeah, Shaded now on that right side, I believe, just left isolated there. We'll just have to do a little bit of dance, hoping that the rest of Driving with Influence can come to their aid, because so far you see here the, never mind that Jet Squelcher quickly taken out, and now Staterio will go in to help Shaded out, but the Rainmaker is in immediate danger there, will get taken out. 3 players down for DWI. It is just left to Kai, left on that Zap to try to hold the line, try to keep most of the map blue here. You see the Zuka trying to hunt for them. We'll actually find it with that last shot here, so now maybe a little bit of an opportunity for Little Squid Dragons to push, because they are so close to taking the lead, but not quite there yet.
I mean, yeah, but there's the Reef Slider going in. The SD button actually works sometimes, baby. Let's go. That's gonna at least stop Little Squid Dragons for now. Kai's going down in their own bubble as well, so Little Squid Dragons, still, they have a lot of space taken. They have a lot of pressure on the side of Little Squid of Driving Influence, though. But Shaded, though, there's the Kraken gonna get shut down just a day late. The unfortunate for Little Squid Dragon is, of course, is gonna be stopped a bit short, but they're still here. They're still going. They're just fighting to get a couple more points to take the lead.
At left side elevation, Shaded has posted themselves up there time and time again, and we see how much of a problem it is there. We see here the Tetra's going in. We'll find one, won't quite find the second. The Rainmaker quickly taken out, and still the lead is still in possession of Driving with Influence. But hold on, an opportunity may present itself because this Rainmaker, whoever pops this Rainmaker, could have an advantageous position in this.
Oh my! Oh yeah!
Taken out by that Zuka. That just might do it right there. And now an opportunity for little Squid Dragons to go in. Hold on, we could see a gold pop, not quite yet. As we see Driving with Influence lose 3 members yet again. Now things are looking a little bit desperate for them. They need to hold on to this, as little Squid Dragons need to take this calmly and collectively. They have the rain to apply this pressure here. You see Driving with Influence, they're now just thinking to jump off. Yes, that is the play there. A very smart move to at least save the knockout, but now how the tides have turned, Topic.
I mean, listen, you live another day, but you have to get out your base. And I believe that was Ashley's Zuka that got that double kill. Kai able to at least get the Rainmaker down. But yeah, shout out to Ashley with the Zuka with a nice double kill to at least get little Squid Dragons in. And we're gonna see Driving with Influence at least try to get back into mid, try to get themselves at least some space to work with, though. Bloomin here, Kai trying to at least force their way in. There's a real side of 2 down on little Squid Dragons as we see Driving with Influence going in. Kai getting another one, but the double Zuka for little Squid Dragons is that 3. We see shots just raining down. Bloomin with the bubble, able to save Shaded for a little bit now, but we're gonna be very careful as we have about 30 seconds left. Ashley's flank didn't even need to happen. Rainmaker, I believe, died to, I don't know, but you know what? Little Squid Dragons, I was not familiar with the game.
I mean, evidently, I believe that was either the other shot or a suction bomb. It doesn't matter in the end, but yeah, a really well fought comeback there. I mean, at the beginning of the game, it looked like little Squid Dragons were dead to rights. I mean, you saw that Tetra managing to basically win a team fight by themselves and get that checkpoint pop and seemingly get a sizable lead as well. I mean, look at that. They were able to get it to 33, and they were able to stop a really promising push from little Squid Dragons that allowed them to keep a very slim 2-point lead. But Ashley on the Zuka, managing to find 2 on that elevated position on the right side. They're able to open up Driving with Influence wide open, and now, when you think about it, it's basically a best of 3 now.
I mean, yeah, and I think, is this game, yeah, it was, okay, looking at the replay, it was the other shot that got, I think it was Cloyne, the other shot that got the Rainmaker. But yeah, this game just is why I love Rainmaker. It's so back and forth. Anything can happen. That's why it's the best one in the game. Don't at me. Yeah, just it's very back and forth, and I think both these teams had like their momentum swing in their favor, but unfortunately for Driving Influence, it just swung in the favor of Little Squid Dragons. But they have to brush that off as what happened in the past as we go to game number 3. Hagglefish Market, Splat Zones, Rocket. You know my thoughts on this map. To anyone who does not know, this map, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, is the vanilla ice cream, the salt and pepper, your Marvel movies, your unseasoned mashed potatoes. It's your Final Destination. It's your Dust 2. It is the most bland and blah kind of map mode in the game, because you know what to it's also a very good starter. I would say it's a very good starter map mode. It's of course it's mostly flat. Only real elevation is a ramps up to the enemy base, but other than that, it's really, you know what to expect basically with this map.
Yeah, pretty much. Well said there. And yeah, basically, it really allows these teams to really operate however they want and to their strengths. And I'm really curious to see if Little Squid Dragons are continue with that 2-shot lineup that we saw. Maybe having one of them in each of the lanes, so maybe you just have like a Zuka in each lane to completely shut down the flanks, maybe? I don't know. But we're just going to jump straight into Game 3. We saw how well Little Squid Dragons were able to come back. Let's see if they can keep that hot hand here now that we're on zones. Hagglefish.
I mean, if they keep the double Zuka, there's a really good possibility, as we're going to see from Driving with Influence, no changes on their side. And actually, one change for Little Squid Dragons, going with a Tentatek for those strikes instead of the double Zuka. So that might be able to help them in zone, but it won't really help them when it comes to pressure, since strikes are good, but not quite the pressure applying special as a Zuka, as we're going to see a lot of fights already going slightly in the favor of Driving with Influence. Those little squid dragons, just a lot of paint is going to be able to at least get the first cap of the zone, but Driving with Influence, they're still there, they're still kicking around, and they're shaded with the first crab of the game, looking to try to get something going here, forced back by, I believe, by Ashley on the shot. They're going to go down, so little squid dragons, despite the pressure, are going to at least hold on to the zone for a little bit, but it's just very back and forth.
You have all these painting specials on the side of Driving with Influence. You mentioned their Shaded's Crab. Shaded actually, though, right on cue, will get taken out. You see the Reef Slider managing to find one and at least paint a little bit of the zone, quickly trade it out on that side. Blumen, now the last player standing for Driving with Influence, being forced to just pop these Tri-Strikes to maybe save some space here, maybe save some face. No, will unfortunately go down, and even with those Tri-Strikes being popped, little Squid Dragons still have control of the zone in a strong hold nonetheless, as we see here that Tetra is being hunted on that left side, and let's see if they can maybe make something happen here.
I mean, looks like they're gonna try to do something with that. As the Tetris is kind of doing what Tetris do, being a distraction, not gonna get the reset off. They're gonna go down, but that gives at least their team enough time to at least try to get in the zone. But Cloyne, though, getting Blumen down, Shaded going down as well. So 2 for 2 with those Zuka shots, very, very useful for little Squid Dragons. Cloyne going in, getting another one as well. Another one's gonna go down, 3 down for Driving with Influence. So if you're a little Squid Dragons, you're looking good here. You gotta make sure you watch this tent area, make sure that Shaded does not get the crab they need at the ready. There's the strikes to kind of save the zone just in time, and that will be it. I believe that was 100-0 in favor of little Squid Dragons.
I see you, little Squid Dragons. I see you keeping the hot hand, and they're on a roll here. Now looking and threatening to pull off the gentleman's sweep here. And I mean, they just used you talk about like comps of like having, oh, maybe different types of weapons here. These are 4 shots. This is, like you mentioned, topic Splatoon 2 days, and maybe a little throwback here nonetheless. But hey, it is working really, really effectively to, I'm sure, maybe some of your surprises, but my surprise included because I talked about the specials on the side of Driving with Influence. You have that Reef Slider, you have the Crab for just so much paint, and you have those Tri-Strikes to match the Tri-Strikes on the other side, but little Squid Dragons were able to counter that, all those specials really effectively.
I mean, you see it right here on the replay. I think it's Cloyne just popping up. The Zuka for Little Squid Dragons was the real difference maker, I would say. Getting some key picks for them, allowing their team to get in, give them the space to work with. And by the time that Driving Influence got at least into zones to use the last 10 ticks, you saw that Ashley just popped the strikes, covered up the Reef Slider like perfectly, I may add. So it's just good special usage, basically, and that kind of sealed them the game. But we're going to move on to our potential final game with Driving with Influence as we go to game number 4, Inkblot Art Academy Tower Control.
The quite literal hill climb of a tower control map. I've said this many of times. It is so hard to push on without any specials or without getting a player behind the defenses and really just trying to play off of that. But if there's any team to do it, I mean, Little Squid Dragons have shown how well they've been able to fight, and we may be seeing that, and Shaded better watch their back, but if Shaded is able to really position themselves well, it is going to be really hard to push through. I feel like that has just been the storyline, I mean, between these two teams for this entire set. Now, we didn't see IMAD there on the side of Driving with Influence on that previous game. I believe they were subbed out, but I would bring them back here for that CRB that we saw in game 1. I mean, it got them that win there.
I mean, yeah, I could see it because custom range blaster, range blaster in general does provide a lot of area denial since you are quite literally a blaster on tower control with a suction bomb and potentially a Kraken. You have 3 ways of saying, hey, move. So I could see that.
I think it's a splat bomb on CRB.
Oh, okay. Well, point still stands.
Yeah, it's no bomb. I mean,
a little less, a little,
bomb,
yeah, a little less, but my point still stands.
Yeah.
It's, hey, you cannot be here. You know, it also is very useful, I would say, on bats. range blaster on bats, trying to kind of get anyone from peeking out from up there. But we're going to see, as we see IMAD is back in the game. It looks like they're gonna go. No range blaster, going with the S blast, and okay, couple of changes. So driving with influence, going with the S blast, the GG Booyah S blast, and Shaded going over to another custom Explo. If I had Nickel, I'm not gonna finish that, but you know what I'm gonna say. On the side of Little Squid Dragons, going with the ballpoints, a weapon I personally like very much, a very underutilized weapon in my opinion, and another GG strike. So some weapons with specials that can really just end the tower game whenever they feel like it. And so far, Driving with Influence trying to kind of assert their dominance here.
Yeah, surprised to be sure, but a welcomed one. You see here, I'm not on the blaster that in the hand of Blue, I believe, there, and I want to harp on as well. Blaster is really, really good at camping these ledges that are very predominant on this map. And we see here, actually as well, Driving with Influence have that explosion to provide that artillery fire, maybe just weaken up the members of Little Squid Dragons, maybe try to give that ballpoint a little bit of uncomfortableness here. You see the tri-strikes going out as well to do that, but 3 specials are online with Driving with Influence, and you see here Shaded on that Explo is just waiting and daring any member of Little Squid Dragons to challenge them.
I mean, you really can't. You have to really make use of these bombs. But Shaded, speaking of bombs, will go down unfortunately there. But I'm able to at least pick up the slack, getting it down to 57, 56, 55. They're at the second checkpoint, not quite able to break it. This is the real choke point of the map, the second checkpoint, because it's so hard to break through here. As Little Squid Dragons defense will toughen up here, not allow them to get any closer. Kai, though, able to at least get coin, get one before just not going down, actually, my bad. Able to get one, looking for a second, not quite able to get, they're going to go down instead. So Little Squid Dragons, their defense is going to harden up here, but Driving with Influence are, again, still pushing, still on the aggressive.
Pushing aggressively indeed, especially with Blueman's Booyah Bomb here in a great spot there, maybe disorientating the members of Little Squid Dragons a little bit, as well as that splashdown to create even more space, threatening that second checkpoint. 3 players fall for Little Squid Dragons, just left of the ballpoint, kind of just running for the hills as Blueman gives chase and just trying to keep up the pressure, trying to disorientate Little Squid Dragons. They're doing really effectively at it. However, they do lose 2 members. The splashdown there to create even more space as Driving with Influence try to eat away at this 3rd checkpoint.
I mean, they're taking massive bites as another one's gonna go down for Little Squid Dragons. Blueman and Shaded are still here in the base of Little Squid Dragons camp there with the Inkjet, able to at least cause some panic here as 2 down. Oh, hold on, 2 down on both sides. So Little Squid Dragons, not quite the result you were looking for there, as driving with Influence is still here. They're still not quite in your face, but they're still able to affect you really, really well, as Ivan popping another strikes, 2 falling down on him. They're forced to back away. The splashdown, though, is going to save them. 1 going down, looking for Cloyne here, able to at least keep themselves alive. So finally, Little Squid Dragons will stabilize themselves, but having to push to 16 and break through 2 checkpoints, that is a very, very tough pill to swallow if you're Little Squid Dragons.
It is a tall task indeed. However, through now 3 players of Driving with Influence, delayed wipe just like that. Little Squid Dragons maybe have some life in them yet. You see the cooler being popped, 2 specials online. You see those tri-strikes going out now to delay Driving with Influence's response to this push. The NZAP on Driving with Influence does fall, so does the S-Blast here, so hold on, don't hold your breath. Maybe an opportunity for them to get back into it, especially with that Zuka, but the GG strikes are there to at least stall and give some time now for Driving with Influence to move in. Same with that Splashdown, who actually finds that ballpoint splatling and a solid defense. However, Little Squid Dragons are not done yet.
I mean, yeah, the staggering is continuing from Driving with Influence, able to get it down to 16. Break through that 3rd checkpoint. Shaded, the last member remaining for Driving with Influence. Kai's gonna drop down. Blumen's gonna drop down, but it's not gonna be enough. And they climbed that hill like it was Mount Everest, like it was absolutely nothing, getting it down from 100 to 0 in 1 push, I believe. In 1 just really good push. So Little Squid Dragons, they hold on and they will complete the gentleman's sweep to make their way to finals.
I mean, I mentioned that it was gonna be a tall task for Little Squid Dragons to get that comeback. Ever freaking deadly not. It was not a tall task. I mean, they completed that in a really effective way. I mean, you saw the special uses, those strikes right on cue. You saw those 3 specials pop on, the cooler to provide some support. You see all the strikes to delay the response from driving with influence, and more specials. I believe the Zuka came out as well to just continue to stagger, and just really well played during, really well done staggering. I mean, this game looked like it was curtains from this initial push from driving with influence, but Little Squid Dragons able to come back in kind, a beautifully well done game, and like you said, now they just have one more set to play.
I mean, yeah, it's just kind of the epitome of just persistence, I would say. You know, they got the enemy got down to 17. They just got a really, really good and kind of like extended stagger on driving with influence, and just worked out really well in their favor. So with that, that'll be it for our semis, and we can conclusively say that LSD is better than DWI. We're gonna take a very quick break before we get back to you with our finals. You are getting canceled, but who cares? But yeah, we will be back after this very quick break. So take your final stretches, grab your last little bit of water, grab your final bit of snacks, as we are taking a quick break, but we'll be back with finals in a little bit. Welcome one, and welcome all to From the Ink Up number 68. I am Topic, joined once again by Rocket, and we have our finals for you. We have Inked Under versus Little Squid Dragons. Rocket, how you feeling right now?
I'm feeling hyped up. These are two heavyweight teams here. I mean, we just saw how Little Squid Dragons were able to bounce back despite dropping the first game in really, really convincing fashion. And if you want to take a look at how both these teams have done in this particular FTIU, I mean, Inked Under are 2 seed and who have been waiting for Little Squid Dragons to reach them here. They've only dropped 2 maps, and that was against a very strong Chroma Vortex, who we saw make it into semis, but Inked Under got the better of them there in a close 5-game set. And on the side of Little Squid Dragons, you see a similar story there, only dropping 3 maps, losing 1 in groups, but only losing 1 in the bracket in general. So both these teams have been very, very, very hot.
You know what? As I would expect from 2 teams in finals, they're good at the game. But we're going to have to see which one will come out on top as we go to our first map mode, Mako Mart Tower Control. I tolerate this one.
I mean, tolerate it, whatever you want to say about it. It is our map 1. It is a common map on for competitive. I mean, it's either tower or zones. Pick your poison. For this one particularly, we'll be looking at tower. And specifically for tower, that second checkpoint is going to be very, very crucial for both teams. It is very hard to push through without any specials. I feel like I say this a lot for tower control in general, but there's always that one pesky checkpoint that's right elevated or like at a disadvantage in terms of trying to push against it. We see a junior, I believe, on the side of Little Squid Dragons there. You see that ballpoint coming out yet again. On the other side, you see a Brush and S-Blaster. I like the S-Blast coming out, especially for the ledges and the little bit of corners you have on this map specifically.
I mean, yeah, and Brush is very good on this map. You can kind of get around your opponent really well. Okay, well, I just stopped talking. Yeah, you get around the corners really, really well, as Little Squid Dragon is able to at least try to neutralize zone here, or not zone, neutralize mid here, as Lou gonna get on tower. The Zuka is gonna be popped for Inked Under to try to stop them, and it is gonna work out. 3 down for Little Squid Dragons as Inked Under kind of nip that push in the bud before it got any worse, and able to get to that first checkpoint rather uncontestedly.
Indeed, here we're seeing Inked Under continue to apply that pressure, although they do lose their shot. But you see the S Blast does have their Booyah Bomb available here. I Broken PC, unfortunate name. Hope your PC is fixed, but trying to see if they can find an opportunity to strike here. You see the tower actually being reset back to mid, as Little Squid Dragons have been able to at least retain some control mid, but so far it is all pink in mid.
I mean, yeah, it's all pink in mid, but Little Squid Dragon's defense will work out. Ooh. Broken, able to at least shut down Kamuk's Inkjet before any damage could be done, but another 3 down for Little Squid Dragons, as you see Inked Under 4 specials at the ready, popping the cooler to at least get their team some, a little bit of extra juice that they might need. The Zipcaster is at the ready, the shot, the Zuka's at the ready, there it is. There's 2 bullets at the ready, the Zuka able to get 1, 3 down again for Little Squid Dragons. Inked Under with no member in sight for Little Squid Dragons, able to quickly and efficiently get to this second checkpoint and probably even break it.
Yeah, and the second checkpoint, like I mentioned, is going to be the key. It is so hard to push through. You see Shocked, though, from Inked Under, trying as they may. They have that cooler on the tower to just maybe make it a little bit of a shield, but eventually being forced back here, just trying to save control of mid, trying to keep that control. You see the Zuka coming out, though. Won't quite find a pick, but at least will scare away the members of Inked Under, as Little Squid Dragons just try to get their legs under them and just try to find that opportunity to strike back, as we are almost halfway through this match now.
I mean, yeah, they're trying to get the legs under them, but Inked Under keeps on tripping them up over and over with how many these picks are coming out. Well, another one's gonna go down for Little Squid Dragons. I feel like it's been very rare for them to be all 4 up. Inked Under has been keeping them down, keeping them staggered. Cloyne's gonna go down as well. Kamuk respawning though, able to affect the tower. Actually gonna drop and trying to go straight for it. It's not gonna work out. Break to that 3rd checkpoint. There's a GG Booyah, and Inked Under will take a very, very commanding 1-0 lead after that game.
Very strong push from them. We saw the special usage, and I harp on it time and time and time again. Specials are so important for a reason. I mean, there's a reason why they're called specials, because they're so special and so much value. There's so much value in them. We saw the Booyah Bomb being used just to create so much space, and that's what I said was a key for both of these teams to make that push, and Inked Under took that to heart and really were able to get going.
I think it was a combination of both specials and just their main weapons and getting picks, right? I feel like Inked Under, they took really good advantage of just off angles, basically. Or off angles or just straight up pressure, like I see here. The Zipcaster and the Zuka wasn't a whole lot the members could do. They just kind of just dropped like flies, and it worked out for Inked Under in Inked Under's favor. It just gave them the space to work with, and by the time Little Squid Dragons were able to at least contest the tower, they were able to like stop it. Inked Under, they had specials again, so it was just really, really good rotations from them. Really good special rotations, really good man rotations, basically. Just a good game. I don't know what to say. Good game.
Good game indeed, and I want to actually analyze a little bit of Inked Under's roster here. I believe they have 5 active, and the only one I believe I did see was a player that goes by Shiver's Mom. I love that name. I love that name a lot, but something else I love about them, they're an exclusive bow player. I see there.
Oh, okay.
Exclusive bow. I wonder if they're going to bring it out here on Clan Blitz, Barnacle, and Dime, though. That is the real question, but I mean, we saw Inked Under even do well without them, but maybe we could see a little bit of some bow gameplay and a new wrinkle to what seemingly looking like a very strong Inked Up team.
Oh yeah, I think, Shiver
Under
is a character in the game. That's it. I will not explain any further, but I do think bow. Okay, which bow specifically? I don't know. I do think either Wellstring or the Tri-Stringer could work really well. I think Wellstring, with the Wave Breaker could be very useful for clearing out some space. Or the regular one, it could work. I don't know. I personally like bow. I think both can work here, but it's just about can the rest of the team play around it to kind of take full advantage of what bow can offer you.
I mean, yeah, I'd strongly see it if this was zones. I mean, Clan Blitz would work as well, because you need the sustained backline, again, the sustained fire and pressure, but let's see if we'll see it here a little bit, maybe, hopefully. I don't know, we'll see here. We're seeing a back to the 4 shooters comp for Little Squid Dragons. On the other side, no bow there, so still sticking with the same comp for Inked Under, but yeah, let's see if Little Squid Dragons can get one back here. As we see here, let's see who gets control of mid, because the first mid control is going to be the key here to getting that first strike.
I mean, yeah, it is going to be the key here. Little Squid Dragons are able to get their clan economy working, as actually both teams are getting a lot of clans. Both teams with almost with a pity right away. Kamuk here has it. There's the rain coming out, putting some pressure on Inked Under. There it is. One or Broken is going to go down there, as we see mid, like you were saying, very important. It is. They painted it pink almost instantly, as one member, Lou, is going to go in looking for another pick here. Not quite able to find the force to back away. So Inked Under, almost like nothing had been able to really quickly just kind of make it neutral again, or just flip it over to their color.
Yeah, and you saw Broken PC managing to get that pick as well. They have Booyah Bomb as well. Broken PC trying to see if they can make something happen. Mine's another, and according to chat, apparently their PC got fixed, so maybe that's some motivation for them to show out here. Unfortunately, 3 players ranked up do fall quickly there. The Brush just running for the hills, trying to save that ball. They will eventually, but just like that, at the flip of the switch, back in mid is Little Squid Dragons.
I mean, yeah, the PC might be fixed, but the monitor might still be broken. Something else might be broken for Broken PC, as Kamuk, though, able to get the first score of the game, with Lou getting a few more claims down to 65 before going down themselves. So an alright push, but you usually might get that first push under 60, as you can see, Inked Under able to very quickly get back into the space of Little Squid Dragons. Broken PC and Dodger are both there. There's a Zipcaster going to be close to being ready for Inked Under, but unfortunately one's gonna go down. The Zipcaster's gonna go out. Kamuk, though, able to get them, and the wipeout the defense from Little Squid Dragons will hold firm, not giving Ink Under any more points to work with other than that initial 20.
Massive props to them too. I mean, Inked Under had 24 clams to their name, 2 balls to their name, had an opportunity to really make it a very dangerous situation, but Little Squid Dragons, clamped down, and to the victor go the spoils, and the spoils are a pity clam, and that will do wonders there. Actually, the pity clam wasn't even used in that push. 2 balls, though, do make their way into Inked Under's goal, and now a sizable lead for Little Squid Dragons, as now is their turn to defend. It is their turn to repeat their success on that earlier defense. Let's see if they can do it, especially since Inked Under have 21 clams in their name now.
I mean, yeah, if you're Inked Under, you don't really have to force anything. Again, you have over 2 minutes to work with. You have a lot of time, lot of specials, a lot of clams to work with. So you don't have to force any bad fights. You can let those Squid Dragons wear themselves out, as you see right there. A quick 2 down. See, a Cooler is gonna come out as well. Zuka for B3, another 2 down. Inked Under just finally able to score. Get down to 30 points. Will snatch that lead away from those Squid Dragons and not look back. So now, like you said, flip of a switch, a tip of a hat. Little Squid Dragons are back on their back foot.
Yeah, high-scoring game here. Take notes, Thursday Night Football. And we're seeing here already a very strong push back here from Little Squid Dragons as they try to retake mid and try to answer in kind here. They have a ball to their name, as well as that pity in the back. Cooler online as well, so maybe some momentum. However, they do lose their shot, so they have to worry about the Zipcaster as well as it goes in, trying to find a pick. Dodger there being the one trying to just be a little bit of a distraction at least. Won't quite find the pick there, but the other members of Inked Under are able to follow up and just try to keep Little Squid Dragons in their side of the map.
I mean, yeah, so far it's working. And see, most of mid will be painted in the color of Little Squid Dragons. A minute left to go, but if you're Little Squid Dragons, you gotta get your clams in order. You gotta get your bells and whistles in a row. You gotta make sure that Inked Under cannot find a way in. And so far, they're doing a really good job of that. Look how much pressure is being put on. Not a good start though. 2 down. B3 gonna go down to the Zuka shot. Coin going in. They're gonna go down without forking another one for themselves. So 34 seconds remaining. Little Squid Dragons, they are gonna be forced back once again. But you see, they have 2 balls at the ready. They can not take their time, but they can really wear out the members of Inked Under here.
Yeah, 20 seconds left. You will be able to force overtime, so Little Squid Dragons need to play this smartly. Both teams need to play this smartly, as now it is do or die time. A ball, though, is dropped for the side of Little Squid Dragons, as well as 2 players and 3 players now going down. A barrier break will be had, but with that, following a wipeout will ensue, and just like that, that is game over right there.
Very unfortunate. What else is they were to say? Just very unfortunate timing. You know, you just went down. You got the barrier broken. I believe, yeah. Little Squid Dragons get that barrier down. I think just desperation kind of took over. I would say they got a little desperate for it, and it kind of just led to mistakes, and mistakes turned into a wipeout. And Inked Under will hold on and taking a 2-0 lead, so looking to potentially just end this right here, right now. So if you're Little Squid Dragons, you did put up a really good fight, but you just gotta see it through to the end.
See it through to the end, indeed. It is do or die time. You need to force the reverse sweep here if you want to have a chance. Now, on the other side, well, bravo, well done from Inked Under. I mean, that push that they were able to develop here around the 2-minute mark. You see the 2 balls in the hands of, I believe, both their shot and their zap here, being able to create space with that Zuka. Shocked, being that zap player, broke that barrier, and following up with the shot. Just, they were able to mount that massive lead that, unfortunately, Little Squid Dragons just weren't able to come back from. And now, we are seeing a map mode that we have not yet seen on stream yet, Robo Ramen Zones, and maybe, just maybe, I'm holding out a little bit of hope. We might see Shiver's mom here with that bow. Maybe, hopefully, I don't know. I just want to see some bow action topic. I don't know about you.
You know what? As the titular weapon of Splatoon 3, you know, I would like to see it too, but we probably won't, which is unfortunate. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna go to Zones Ramen. This map is a ramen bowl. Literally, everything happens in the middle, and you gotta worry about the outside not as frequently, but you gotta make sure you keep your ducks in a row to make sure you don't get flanked, because this is one of the only maps with actual flank routes. But we're gonna see what happens from the side of from Little Squid Dragons. Not a whole lot of changes from the side of Inked Under, no changes as well. So both teams sticking with what they got. They know what they want, and they know what works, and they're gonna stick to it.
They know what works here, but in terms of zones, you have them. I mean, you have to think that Little Squid Dragons have the painting advantage here, obviously having 4 shooters here, but not only that, it's made a little bit worse for Inked Under by the fact they have that Octobrush and still have that S-Blast, but hey, maybe the kills will go into their favor, so it won't even matter here. And so far the kills look like they are going in their favor, however, quickly turning its tide, of course, as soon as I say that, and just like that, Little Squid Dragons should have a majority in numbers here and should be able to take the zone.
I mean, yeah, they are going to do that, get a little bit more down to 80 points. Inked Under kind of on their back foot. B3 going to go down as well. A bit of it's just been a very back and forth. A lot of kills have been going down so far in the favor of Little Squid Dragons. Inked Under again trying to at least get to the zone. Dodger though does have Cooler, does have Zipcaster. You might see one pop right here. There it is, going in for it. Kind of causes distraction, able to not quite get the zap here, still managing to find a way to escape. Dodger though is not able to find any picks with the Zipcaster, so Little Squid Dragons like swatting a flyaway, able to just never mind, able to just at least get down to 30 points and still going. Inked Under needs to try to at least get something going. 2 specials activating Booyah Bomb and Strikes, or Zuka is gonna get popped for Inked Under, and they're again not quite able to get zone until just now.
Yeah, they're able to get the zone, however, they had to empty out their special coffers, as now, without any specials here, a quick Zuka pick coming out from the side of Little Squid Dragons are able to turn the tides of things. Although they have a penalty to work through, it has been all Little Squid Dragons so far in control mid. 2 players fall for Inked Under as well. The Zipcaster is available maybe to cause a little bit of disruption, but there needs to be fall. Never mind, a quick shutdown there, a little bit off screen, but immediately shut down. So no more no more Octobrush for the side of Inked Under as they try yet again to take the zone, as now the penalty point is under the actual points itself.
I mean, but unfortunately, Little Squid Dragons 2 down, so Inked Under able to very quickly recapture the zone and eat through the penalty and start scoring. Now, if you're Inked Under, you need to make sure that this hold lasts for as long as possible. Dodger just being in the backlines, being a distraction, going for Kamuk, able to get 1 before going out, which is what you need. Cloying with the Zuka, able to get 1, not able to get 2, I believe. So Little Squid Dragons very quickly able to respond, and talk about a flip of a switch. They were just able to recapture the zone like it was nothing and get a little bit further, get a couple more, get a wipeout.
Now they can really cook here. Now they have the opportunity to position themselves in such great positions, as well as the Storm as well, to provide some pressure. You see this, you see the Jet Squelcher there being the pseudo backline for Little Squid Dragons. However, all the specials are being used now from Inked Under. You see the Zuka, you see the Cooler, you see the Booyah Bomb, and with that, the Zipcaster as well. Literally all specials were used there from the side of Inked Under to get back that zone, and that was a desperately needed retake. So now they have an opportunity to maybe pull off a comeback here, because although they were struggling at the beginning, they have seemingly found a little bit of footing.
I mean, yeah, they have about 90 seconds remaining at the hold off. Little Squid Dragons are gonna see, but they're not quite able to do that. Little Squid Dragons, like it's nothing, like a hot knife through butter, able to break through defenses of Inked Under and get the zone, but Inked Under not going out without a fight, just repaints the zone. Again, Lou is gonna go down to broken here, and Inked Under looking to at least get through the penalty points once again. 2 specials at the ready for them, so they have what they need to keep Little Squid Dragons back, and so far it's possibly gonna work out. A lot of fights going out. Dodger going in, able to get 3 down for the side of Inked Under. So Little Squid Dragons trying to push in, but the Zuka will zone them out for just a little bit here.
Yeah, now the Tri-Strikes, they're just trying to secure Little Squid Dragons the zone. They will eventually secure it. Zuka is also available as well to maybe get a pick. The T-Tech does fall for the side of Little Squid Dragons, but 2 falls on the side of Inked Under, so you'll take that trade any day. Now, penalties are almost over here. Dodger, though, is still going to be a problem on this left side. We'll paint at least a little bit of the zone. Now, Zipcaster to be even more of a problem here, managing to find the shot, and will allow Inked Under to take control of the zone. The Booyah Bomb to boot, as well as now Little Squid Dragons will have to be forced back to live to fight another day, as now overtime looms here, and the end of penalty points for Inked Under. Now, things could look really, really dangerous for them, but this last fight is going to be the key.
I mean, yeah, they have to make sure they don't go down. You don't give up any space to Little Squid Dragons, but that's not what you want to see. A quick 2 down for Inked Under, and with that, Little Squid Dragons will escape with a win. And Rocket, do you know what they say makes diamonds?
What's that?
Pressure. Pressure
yeah.
makes diamonds. You listen, little Squid Dragons, their backs are against the wall, and you could say, I don't say they're desperate, but you know what? They have a lot of pressure on their backs, and they're looking to make the best what they can out of it.
Hope you know that it took everything out of me to not make an under pressure joke, but I will refrain.
Well, alright.
I will refrain, but basically me saying that is making it, so haha, take that. But anyways, I was talking about this at the beginning of the match, though, when I saw these two team comps. It was interesting to see that Inked Under didn't change their weapon comp, and although they were able to hold their own by being able to get some picks here and there for Little Squid Dragons, what was the key? Paint. And that is key here for Zone specifically. And I saw time and time again, even if Little Squid Dragons weren't able to get an opening pick or two, they were still able to flip the zone with their Tri-Strikes or with the Rain plus their painting ability. Now, on the other side, Inked Under, what they had to do was they had to get a pick or two. They had to force themselves to take these fights. And although Inked Under did win a fair few of them, I mean, it was pretty even in terms of picks going either way. It was just the paints. That's just what determined that game. But now we'll be moving away from zones here, so maybe a little bit something different as we're moving to Humpback Pump Track Rainmaker.
Now you said paint matters. Well, on this map mode, it does, but not that much. So I could see Inked Under keeping with their comp, because it does work out. You do have this is of course a really good blaster map. This is also of course a really good brush map. So I can see them doing that, keeping with it, because it fits Rainmaker, it fits their playstyle, very quick, very aggressive, very in your face. The map fits their weapons, very hilly, very changing elevations, very just different from Robo Ramen. But we're gonna see Little Squid Dragon trying to hold off a sweep, going over to a 52, a bit more of an aggressive option, and for Inked Under sticking with what they got. So they're determined to end this game with what they started it with.
Still remaining firm, running that quad shot, Still going with the Gal, though, so a little bit of killing ability like you mentioned there, but I think the key here, specifically, although they're still sticking with basically the same comps, I believe here, Inked Under have a little bit of an ace up their sleeve. The X Factor, I believe, is going to be Dodger on that brush. Being able to close the distance, maybe trying to open up those Squid Dragons, and maybe allow them to even things up in terms of paint. But already we're seeing how well quad shot can work, apparently, as Little Squid Dragons almost managed to take the checkpoint, but a quick Zuka, I believe, will deny that. Another Zuka coming out, this time from Little Squid Dragons, though, will help contest a little bit.
I mean, yeah, it's just a mad fight over this Rainmaker on this pedestal, and unfortunately for Inked Under, Little Squid Dragons will be the victors of it, getting through that first checkpoint in the first minute. So now, still a lot of pressure is on Inked Under. Booyah Bomb is gonna come out to try at least stall it out. It is gonna work out in favor of Inked Under, but Little Squid Dragons, the paint difference, like you said, is really, really big. Just painting up the Rainmaker, a double kill for Inked Under will help them out for now, but Little Squid Dragons did the damage that they needed to, getting it down to 34.
Line them up and knock them down. That Zuka was able to keep Inked Under alive here, and now an opportunity for them to push towards that first checkpoint. Dodger trying to lead the way here. Will force the jump out as B3 on that right side will try to get this Rainmaker pop here. Not enough paint on the tower, on the checkpoint, I mean, will allow them to actually get picks there. However, those Squid Dragons do go 2 players down, so you kind of think Inked Under will finally get this Rainmaker pop. Nope, apparently not. They are still being contested heavily here, but now finally, third time the charm, question mark, maybe? I don't know. Eventually we'll pick it up. We see Shock there. Eventually we'll pop that. Finally will be the checkpoint pop for Inked Under.
I mean, yeah, Inked Under, they're probably going to be stuck in this elbow for a little bit here, because Little Squid Dragons, they're not giving that up with without a massive fight, and so far it looks like that's going to be the case. But Inked Under with a Booyah Bomb, able to get 2 down. Kamuk though with the rain is going to try to at least stall it out. It's going to work out. A flank though, able to get 1. B3 goes through the rain like it's absolutely nothing, getting another one. Lou going to go down. Another one's going down as well. Inked Under 4 points short. Cloyne with a very clutch kill for Little Squid Dragons, but Inked Under is still there, still nipping at the ankles of Little Squid Dragons, looking to at least get this Rainmaker and get the lead here.
Yeah, and it's in a very awkward spot if you're Inked Under to try to get it. You have to basically push through the bunker, and that is basically a nose-goes. However, they do force Little Squid Dragons 3 players down, so now an opportunity to pick up the Rainmaker. However, they will have to go around and give an opportunity for Little Squid Dragons to recollect themselves. Zuka is available, so is Booyah Bomb for Inked Under to make this push. You see 2 players actually falling. The Rainmaker now dropped as the Gal manages to find 2, trying to look for more, trying to pick off B3 and make them run for the hills, but not quite found there. But the damage is done, and who else is it but Ashley on that Gal, now with the Killer Whale as well, to try to see if they can find more targets.
I mean, it looks like it, Lou not quite far enough from that bomb. Yeah, but Ashley did kind of shark and get, I believe, a double kill, which kind of saved Little Squid Dragons for a little bit here. Now with about 90 seconds remaining in the game, if you're Little Squid Dragons, I would say get more points, because 4 points on Rainmaker, that's not that far. So you guys at least try to get a little bit far. It looks like it's gonna work out. 1 down, but the Zuka will shut that down. The Booyah Bomb for good measure though. So Inked Under with 3-man advantage here. The last member of Little Squid Dragons forced to jump away. Never mind. A flank from Cloyne, able to at least stop it. Forced to jump out finally. So 55 seconds remaining. If you are Inked Under, you need to get on the enemy side and put up a lot of pressure right away. But Cloyne with the geometry able to get shocked there.
Yeah, and trying to look for more, going straight for the Rainmaker, will trade their life with a Rainmaker, but I would take that trade any day, and I'm sure Little Squid Dragons would as well, just trying to delay any comeback attempt here. Dodger maybe trying to make some magic happen. 2 players do fall for Little Squid Dragons, so maybe an opportunity for them to get back into it. The flank is found though, really well spotted there, as now with 18 seconds left in the match, Inked Under, this is their overtime push. However, 2 members down. Shocked has to be a little bit scared here. The Zoom comes in, a beautiful arcing shot. We'll find 3 players down. It is just left for Dodger to try to make something happen. What can you do here? You see all the shots around you. They are surrounding. It is all green, and just like that, Little Squid Dragons, don't look now, have put themselves up even, and we are going to game 5.
Pressure makes diamonds. Pressure makes diamonds, and so far, Little Squid Dragons are peaking at the right time. A little later than they might have wanted. A little later than they would have wanted, but they are peaking at the right time, able to just play some solid defense. A very clutch stop here. I forgot who it was. Was it? I believe it was Cloyne who got the stop at 38, and then from there, Little Squid Dragons just held on, and it just worked out really well in their favor. Inked Under tried to go for some flanks there. You see one that did work out, getting out to 38. But the flanks were just called out. They were shut down. The specials were countered really well, really quickly. So Inked Under now, the pressure is on them. They are up 2-0. Little Squid Dragons, they're looking for the reverse sweep. We're gonna see as we go to game number 5.
Yeah, but however, the momentum that Little Squid Dragons is carrying, they can't just settle now. It's still do or die time. You still have to you have to keep this momentum going, and although they did really, really effectively there, they need to continue this and play like it's their life on the line. Game number 5, what awaits us? Tower control, ship-shaped cargo. Now, we saw earlier in game 1 that Inked Under did win that map mode really convincingly, so maybe we could see a little bit of lightning striking twice here, but we've seen how well Little Squid Dragons have been able to bounce back. Do you think this quad shot lineup should continue, and do you think it can continue the success?
Okay. Should it continue? Yes. Because it's what got them this far. Why not? Why move? Can it work? I could see it, because like we've been saying for a majority of the set, the paint advantage is just so much in favor of Little Squid Dragons that it kind of changes the way Ink Thunder has to play. They can't win the paint one for one. They had to try to go for more kills, and it kind of leaves them a bit more desperate, a bit more risky plays. But we're gonna see what happens on this side of Little Squid Dragons, looking for the reverse sweep on the side of Ink Thunder, trying to stop that from happening. No changes from either side, so they feel comfortable. If it ain't broke, why fix it?
Speaking of broke, you need to worry about broken PC on that S Blast, not only because of how good Blaster is at keeping players off the tower. You have to worry about that Booyah Bomb as well as those Burst Bombs. They can provide so much pressure here. And we're seeing a pick going to either side here. The Gal falling for Little Squid Dragons and Inked Under losing their Zap. However, that's going to hurt a lot because no more Cooler will be had for them as more players continue to fall for Inked Under as Little Squid Dragons try to keep up their momentum. However, they will also go 2 players down.
I mean, yeah, Dodger not quite able to get the tower, able to get them eventually. Another one's going to go down, 3 down for Little Squid Dragons. So Inked Under able to very quickly recollect themselves, get another one down, try to keep this push going. But of course, when the whale ends, as we see right there, actually going down as well. So Inked Under, a very clear and easy path to that first checkpoint, will take the lead in turn as the members of Inked Under are just kind of just waiting around the tower, just waiting for Little Squid Dragons to get a little bit desperate. It's going to work out there. B3 on the tower, just kind of slowly making their way through. We're going to see Cloyne there trying to go for the towers. Quack, not quite going to work. Able to at least break through that first checkpoint. So now begins the very, very long trek towards the second checkpoint. Nice drop roller there.
Yeah, nice indeed. I believe Dodger used the wall against that player and was able to use the suction bomb to kaboom. And Dodger continued to make their presence known, finding another pick on that Zap. I feel like the key players for Inked Under have to be Broken PC and Dodger. There's the 1-2 combo. Dodger continuing their presence over there, managing to find more, and Little Squid Dragons are falling left, right, and center, as I believe that is a delayed wipe now, and Dodger positioning themselves well, have Zipcaster trying to continue their play, manages to find one, and they are just popping off here, Topic.
I mean, and so is Broken PCs with the Booyah Bomb, killing out even more space for Inked Under. Little Squid Dragons, though, able to at least stop it for now. Cloyne getting 1, getting 2, but Dodger, as you see, is still there, just being a nuisance, what brushes are meant to do. Getting another one and staying alive, looking for even more to add to their legacy. Unfortunately, forced to jump away, but the damage has been done. Getting through that first checkpoint, unfortunate there, getting through that first checkpoint, getting to the second checkpoint, and being so close to breaking it, that's really, really good, but Inked Under are not done yet, getting another 3 down on Little Squid Dragons.
I'm not entirely sure what happened there. It might have been a bomb or whatever, but Little Squid Dragons went 3 down and given themselves an opportunity to go in, but I can only imagine who target number 1 is if you're on the side of Little Squid Dragons. You need to get Dodger out of the picture to allow yourself to create some space. Have that peace of mind that you can advance here, but we see Dodger trying to continue the chaos, trying to see if they can find something here. Will manage to find one, however, the Cooler will allow that player to respawn quickly here.
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness, continuing to go with this. Dodger is continuing to show how well they can do, how much the Octobrush can go, and I'm just losing my mind just watching the Bazooka going out from Little Squid Dragons. We'll slow the roll a little bit as although they were able to their defense has bent, they haven't broken yet as they still have to defend. They still have that 3rd checkpoint up.
I mean, I want to talk about the unsung hero for Inked Under. B3 has gotten quite a few really good Zuka shots for getting Broken and Dodger in, so shout out to them as well, but unfortunately for them, the push might be it for Inked Under. Little Squid Dragons able at least trying to get the tower out of their base, but Broken PCs will get 1, will get 2 before going down. Very unfortunate for Little Squid Dragons. Actually gonna go down as well. Less than a minute to go, and guess who it is? Guess who's back? Guess who's back again? It's Dodger, just trying to be another nuisance for Little Squid Dragons to deal with.
These players from Inked Under, Dodger, Shocked, Broken PC, B3, they are showing out now. Dodger continuing, and what a time to finally rally and find their footing as this is Grand Finals Game 5. Dodger trying to make more, trying to find more. Will find Kamek in the back here. Now we see the Zuka coming out from Little Squid Dragons as they need to get on the tower and quickly. 20 seconds left in the match, so you need to force overtime at least, but you still have to deal with the long distance that is the distance between the first and second checkpoint. 10 seconds left. You see the GG Booyah Bomb is available, waiting to strike. They will use it here, just trying to find an opportunity. There it is, and who else but Dodger is there to climb up, as well as B3, and just like that, Inked Under shut down that reverse sweep and take game 5, and with that, FTIU Week 68.
Okay, I know we said their names many a times this entire game, as always. Shout out to Dodger and Broken PC. You want to talk about aggression? You want to talk about, hey, we don't even need paint to work. That's exactly what happened. They held W, basically, and it worked out really, really well for them. Shocked and B3, which is really good at playing support, really good at backing them up, really good at just following up when they needed to. So it's just, again, really, really good teamwork, basically. They trusted their frontliners to get in, get kills, and do what they needed to. Also, shout out Dodger. Nice dodge roll, pun not intended. Just very good.
I want to see the stat line. I want to see the
stat line too.
I'm really interested to see how it looks there, because I mean, you talked about it earlier. Diamonds are made through pressure, and I mean, you said that about Little Squid Dragons, but it applied here for Inked Under. I mean, just taking a look at it, Dodger went 25-3 during that match. I mean, they went absolutely nuclear during that one. I mean, talking about a moment to become a diamond under pressure. I mean, come on.
I mean, yeah, MVP goes to Dodger for that game. But of course, we also have to give our flowers to LSD, Little Squid Dragons. They put up a very valiant fight, at least forcing a game 5. You know, they were down 0-2, and they scratched, they clawed, they climbed their way back. But unfortunately, there wasn't enough space at the top for both of them, and Little Squid Dragons they came up a little short, a step too late.
Yeah, 32 teams entered, but only one won the entire gold bracket, and that, of course, goes to Inked Under. Now, before we get out of here, I think I speak for all of us at Under Pressure for just thanking everyone here for watching us during this entire year. This is our last FTIU and tournament for Under Pressure this year. Don't get a heart attack. It's not the last one, period. It's the last one for this year. Don't get a heart attack. We will be back next year, but I just wanted to take a second to thank all of you for joining us during this entire year. I feel, Topic, you feel the same way, yes?
Yes, thank you. First off, thank you to everyone watching. You make this worthwhile. Thank you to Jorian for being our very, very, very wonderful streamer. Thank you to Yoshi, Ellie for running this tourney. And all the staff, and everyone as well. Everyone as well. And yeah.
But we plug?
Plug? Oh yeah, plug. Rocket, where can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me at Rocket_Splat on Twitter and Twitch. You can find me Rocket1 on Blue Sky. I'm moving there. I know I keep saying this every week, but I'm almost done. Trust me. I'm gonna actually post stuff on there. I'm gonna actually post stuff on there because the only thing I have up there, I think, is literally like is like a Splatoon stronghold, and that's not the only thing I've been up to, evidently, because I'm here. But besides that Topic, where can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me over Topical2 on Twitter and Blue Sky as well. I'll move on with the Blue Sky as well eventually. You know,
we're really bad at we're
procrastinators.
So much. But yes, again, thank you all for watching. Thank you to all staff. Thank you for this wonderful year of 2024, and I hope that you'll have a great and wonderful rest of 2024, and we will see you next year in 2025.
Yeah, of course. I hope all y'all had an amazing Christmas. I hope all of you will have an even better New Year's. I hope all of you have a better 2025 because as you know, we will also be here with you in 2025. And with that, for the final time of the year. All of you, have a good night, have a good rest of the year, and please remember, never stop disturbing the peace.